Mathis in the building. The newest Phoenix Suns superstar was getting up shots after his first practice with the team yesterday before the Suns played the Kings today at Footprint Center. He looked great, Suns forward T.J. Warren said. You know, Kevin, he's a well-oiled machine. Durant is out until after the All-Star break with a right MCL sprain, averaging 29.7 points per game this season. Durant last played for the Brooklyn Nets on January the 8th in Miami. He's been rolled out of Sunday's All-Star game in Salt Lake City, but Durant looked fluid on his jump shot during the media viewing portion of practice. Durant even played one-on-one with Suns assistant coach Jarrett Jack and drove to the basket. He wasn't wearing a brace either. Quote, the gym and the culture that we've built here allows guys that like that to come in and fit, but I do think it does have a huge impression on anybody that watches somebody that's accomplished that much, watching how hard they go, Coach Monty Williams said about Durant, the two-time Finals MVP and 13-time All-Star. In Major League Baseball, starting extra innings with a ghost runner on second base during the regular season was made a permanent rule by Major League Baseball on Monday after 3 seasons of use during the coronavirus pandemic. Known by some as the ghost runner rule and others by the Manfred Man after Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred, the rule was unanimously adopted by the sport's 11-person competition committee. Use of position players as pitchers also was tightened by the committee. They'll be limited to extra innings when a player's team is losing by 8 or more runs or is winning by 10 or more runs in the 9th inning. Last year, a position player could pitch only in extra innings or if his team was losing or winning by more than 6 runs. In NCAA college basketball, former Michigan State basketball player Keith Appling pleaded guilty to second-degree murder Monday in connection with a fatal shooting that resulted in the death of his relative. Appling also pled guilty to a felony firearm charge in connection to the shooting and death of Clyde Edmonds in 2021. As a part of that deal, Appling agreed to a prison sentence of 18 to 40 years for the murder charge and another 2 consecutive years for the firearm charge. The other 2 counts of felony firearm that were brought against him are set to be dismissed during the sentence hearing on March the 3rd. Scores from around the National Basketball Association yesterday. Winners were Philadelphia, Cleveland, Charlotte, Utah, Denver, New York, Orlando, New Orleans, Minnesota. Those are the headlines on this Tuesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Time's running out, and February 14th is Valentine's Day and the most romantic, sweetest day of the year. B&L Diamond Jewelers knows what you need. You can get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder with your mailer coupon and get $50 off $200 purchase. Get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder with a box of chocolates with your mailer coupon. Get $125 off a $500 purchase. Or get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder, box of chocolates, and Valentine's card with your mailer coupon. Or you can get $250 off a $1,000 purchase. Coupons are available for the savings only at B&L Diamond Jewelers. Or you can get her a Love and Silver and CZ ring for just $89 or a necklace for just $99. How about getting her a pendant engraved with "You've Captured My Heart" as low as $119? Stop by for more incredible buys. Make this Valentine's Day unforgettable with a beautiful gift of fine jewelry from B&L Diamond Jewelers, Danville Manor Shopping Center.
Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
Hi, this is Jenny, local owner of the Danville Nutrition Center, and we are making room for new products by clearancing out overstocked items. Save 20 to 40% off on select vitamins, herbs, and health and beauty products. We currently have hundreds of sale items, but it's while supplies last, so stop by the Nutrition Center soon to save. We are conveniently located at 802 South 4th Street, Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
I'm Katie George, and if you want to save a bunch of Benjamins, then don't miss the President's Day sales event at Cartown Kia.
Lease the 2023 Kia Forte for just $299 down and $299 per month.
And if you take home over $350 a week, we have lenders that want to approve you. Save a bunch of Benjamins at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2023 Kia Forte, $299 down, $299 per month, $25.66 to assign, 36 monthly, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, doc, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer and an option. See dealer for details on February 28th.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Brought to you by ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is always on the way. You know, you can call them, 859-519-6382. That's ADA Heating and Air. You get cloudy skies, a high today of 65, a low tonight of 56. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 73 on Thursday. You get chance of rain showers and thunderstorms and a high of 67. Right now, it's 6:23 in the morning. It's 34 degrees. Wind chill plays like 29 right here in Danville. 238-WHIR, 238-9447 to call in and be a part of the show this morning. Let's do our celebrity birthday thing. Those celebrities having birthdays on this February the 14th. Here's how that birthday list looks right now. Happy 53rd birthday to Simon Pegg, the actor and comedian who turns 53 today. He's been in the movies Star Trek, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, The World's End, Paul, the Mission Impossible series, Star Trek Into the Darkness, and Star Trek Beyond. Here's a clip of the movie Star Trek Beyond. Simon Pegg, 53 years old today.
Now, that's Starfleet property, okay? Can I just take it? But I'm feeling generous today, so how about it?
Where you get that?
It's my Starfleet insignia.
What does it mean?
It means that I'm an officer of Starfleet, engineering division.
Yeah, 53 years old today for Simon Pegg. Who else is having a birthday today? Well, former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg turns 81 years old today. TV personality Pat O'Brien turns 75 years old today. Teller, who was the silent half of Penn and Teller. His first name is Raymond. Raymond Joseph Teller turns 75 years old today. The escaped slave late author Frederick Douglass would have had a birthday today. One of his great quotes, "If there's no struggle, there is no progress. I prayed for 20 years but received no answer until I prayed with my legs." Born on this date, 1818, died in 1895. Frederick Douglass would have had a birthday today. And the late engineer George Washington Gale Ferris Jr., the guy who created the concept and the original Ferris wheel, George Gale Ferris Jr., debuted at the 1893 Chicago World's Exposition. And lastly, the late Teamster boss Jimmy Hoffa. Is he really missing? After all, his body was never found. 1913 to 1975 or 1982, as he went missing in 75 but was declared dead in 1982. Jimmy Hoffa also would have had a birthday today. Would have been 110 years old. Birthdays and anniversaries all day long on The Joe Show, WHIR. Alrighty, let's take a look down the timeline, see what happened on this date in country music history. Take it away here, Mr. Voice.
On this day in country music.
Alrighty, it was on this day, country music history, looking at the year 1939, Lafayette, Alabama. Razzie Bailey was born. Do you remember Razzie Bailey, country music artist who scored a #1 hit with a song called "Lovin' Up a Storm" was his big-time #1 hit. Razzie Bailey, born on this date in 1939. It was on this date, 1950. Red Foley was at #1. Really the first country crossover hit of his career, a song called Chattanooga Shoeshine Boy. And it was on this day, 1979, Every Which Way But Loose by Eddie Rabbitt was at #1. And that's what's gone on this date, February 14th, country music history. And starting you off on this day, back in 1939, Lafayette, Alabama, where we celebrate today the birthday of Razzie Bailey, who was loving up a storm.
It's the same old situation where cheaters never win, and we are no exception to...
You don't often think of Razzie Bailey as a leader in country music, or a record setter maybe is what I'm looking for in country music. Bailey, though, has had 3 double-sided number ones in succession in the country charts, a feat that was never accomplished by any other artist ever. This guy right here, Razzie Bailey, he's got some good ones, but again, I never consider him as one of those who would have set any records, but Razzie Bailey, on this day, 1939, sing it out, Razzie, it's your day. He was on this day, 1950. Red Foley became the first country artist to have a crossover hit with a song in 1950 on this day called Chattanooga Shoeshine Boy.
Have you ever passed the corner of 4th and Grand where a little ball of rhythm has a shoeshine stand?
Chattanooga Shoeshine Boy on this day, 1950, the crossover record on the pop bestseller chart as well as the country music chart, was at number 1 on this day, 1950 by Red Foley.
He charges you a nickel just to shine one shoe. He makes the oldest kind of leather look like new. You feel as though you want to dance when he gets through. He's a great big fun.
And it was on this day, country music history, 1979, taken from the soundtrack to the film of the same name. Eddie Rabbitt was at number 1 with a song called Every Which Way But Loose.
Headed for a heartache, and why the hell?
Released just weeks before the film premiered nationwide, the title track immediately broke in popularity. In fact, the song debuted at number 18 on Billboard's Hot Country Singles Chart. It was the highest debut since the inception of the 100 position chart in July of 1973. That record was later tied by Garth Brooks' song Good Ride Cowboy in 2005. But, this song immediately was popular. Eddie Rabbitt, Every Which Way But Loose on this date, 1979.
While you're turning.
It's 6:30 in the morning. Here's KNN News.
Every which way but loose, you turn me. Every which way but loose.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Millions of dollars are going toward nonprofits in Daviess County. Governor Andy Beshear yesterday stopped in Owensboro and announced $4.6 million worth of funding for the organizations he said are building a brighter future for the community. 66 nonprofits will receive a portion of the money, which is coming from the governor's Nonprofit Assistance Fund. Meanwhile, Governor Beshear is releasing his tax returns. Beshear yesterday tweeted to make the announcement, saying he believes in transparency and open government. He added he and Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman are the only 2 statewide elected officials to have released their returns in each of the last 7 years. The governor is challenging others to do the same. An official with Louisville Water says the February 3rd train derailment in Northeast Ohio did result in the release of the chemical butyl acrylate into the Ohio River, but it's not at a level of concern for the area's drinking water.
We have an extensive monitoring network for organics detection in the Ohio River at various points all along the river basin, and that network is detecting low levels of chemicals associated with the release from the train derailment.
Water Quality Manager Chris Bobet adds the Ohio River's ecosystem will help degrade the chemicals as it travels downstream, and in the meantime, they'll continue monitoring the situation. A daycare worker in Murray faces charges for alleged child abuse. Police in the Callaway County city arrested Elgin Casey, who is suspected of biting a 4-year-old child last month. Officials say video footage caught the incident in which they were able to identify Casey, who was charged with assault and taken to jail. More information is expected soon. I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with big deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Intercounty Energy wants you to put safety first when you're working outside. Always look up to see if there are overhead power lines, and be sure to stay clear of them. For safety's sake, always hire a professional to trim trees instead of doing it yourself. Remember, a tree limb cut in the wrong place could fall on a power line and cause you a world of hurt. If you do decide to do the work yourself, always protect your eyes and hands by wearing safety glasses and gloves. Intercounty Energy cares about your safety. Look up, be alert, and stay safe.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Cutting Up is a place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails, too, braids, highlights, and even updo. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our digit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I rhyme. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya. See ya.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Boyle County High School has a National Merit Finalist. Wesley Allaham was recently selected as a National Merit Finalist. Allaham is one of 15,000 finalists out of the more than 1.5 million students who applied nationwide to enter the 2023 National Merit Scholarship Program. You have to have been a high school junior who then qualifies by taking the preliminary qualifying SAT test, which serves as an initial screen for program entries. By qualifying as a National Merit Finalist, Allaham represents less than 1% of all U.S. high school seniors and is one of the highest scoring entrants in Kentucky. Lancaster officially has a new fire chief. Saturday was the first day for Daniel Napier as the interim Lancaster City Fire Chief after former Chief Richard Sebastian announced his retirement. His last day was Friday. The Garrett Central Record says that Sebastian had served as a public servant for 53 years before his retirement. While Napier takes over as the Lancaster Fire Chief, Samantha Feldman will stay on as the Chief of Administration. Garrett County also has a new Emergency Management Agency director. The Garrett Central Record reports that Wanda Shelton has been named the new EMA director in Garrett County. She has nearly 28 years in public service between her role in law enforcement and with Garrett County EMS. Emergency management agencies help coordinate events during major emergencies, and Garrett County's EMA also helps in search and rescue, weather events, and storm siren testing, along with many other things. We have more information on the murder-suicide that happened in Lincoln County on Friday. It happened around 4 o'clock in the afternoon Friday, where Kentucky State Police say 51-year-old Jamie Fowler was shot by 52-year-old Stephen Hyder before Hyder then shot and killed himself. While Kentucky State Police continues their investigation, we are learning more details. Reports say that Lincoln County Sheriff's Office was called to that home the Sunday before that incident happened, but when they got on scene, they said there was no sign of physical abuse, and they were told it was just an argument. They say that Fowler told them she was planning on moving out of that home. That happened just days before that shooting. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Time's running out, and February 14th is Valentine's Day and the most romantic, sweetest day of the year. B&L Diamond Jewelers knows what you need. You can get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder with your mailer coupon and get $50 off $200 purchase. Get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder with a box of chocolates with your mailer coupon. Get $125 off a $500 purchase. Or get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder, box of chocolates, and Valentine's card with your mailer coupon. Or you can get $250 off a $1,000 purchase. Coupons are available for the savings only at B&L Diamond Jewelers. Or you can get her a Love and Silver and CZ ring for just $89 or necklace for just $99. How about getting her a pendant engraved with "You've Captured My Heart" as low as $119? Stop by for more incredible buys. Make this Valentine's Day unforgettable with a beautiful gift of fine jewelry from B&L Diamond Jewelers, Danville Manor Shopping Center.
Royal Flush Piping is proud to announce their new septic tank pumping service. Health departments recommend septic tanks be pumped every 3 to 5 years based on home occupancy. Regular pumping keeps your septic system operating and avoids backups and rotten smells. Should you need excavation and location service, it's available for an additional fee. Call now to schedule a pumping.
If you're looking for a plumber you can trust, pick up the phone and call Royal Flush. 859-319-1286.
Call now to schedule a pumping.
Available 24 hours a day so you don't have to wait. Call the plumbing pros at Royal Flush Piping at 859-319-1286.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Now, they proudly represent the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. Call Mark or Chris for a free quote. Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance. Increasing clouds, a high today 65, low tonight 56. Great day today. Tomorrow, good day as well. Pretty windy at times, but 73 is your high tomorrow. Rain showers tomorrow night, and a Thursday where you get about an inch of rain possible on Thursday. Right now, 36 degrees. Wind chill feels like 30 right here in Danville. 238-WHIR is the phone number to call in this morning. 238-9447. Love to have you on the radio with Larry Vaught giving us Vought's Views. What's up, Larry?
Vought's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
Happy Valentine's Day to all of you, and I thought this would be the perfect day to talk about which Kentucky basketball player plays with the most heart. I know Oscar Tshiebwe has a big heart when it comes to helping others, but he is not the player I think has shown the most heart for Coach John Calipari's team this year. No, that player, in my opinion, is senior point guard Severe Wheeler. He lost his starting job, was blamed by some Kentucky fans for their poor play, and even has had some injury issues again. However, you have to give Severe Wheeler credit. He's not hung his head and pouted. He's accepted his role coming off the bench and praised teammates for what they have done. Late in a recent win over Florida, he told Coach John Calipari to give the ball to freshman Cason Wallace instead of him. Wallace said that gave him confidence and called Wheeler both a great teammate and great person because of his attitude.
Vought's Views will return in a moment.
If you're looking for a truck, look to Wildcat Chevrolet Cadiz.
This is Michael Oliver with Wildcat Chevrolet. And if you're looking for a truck for the farm, I invite you to come see us now. We have a great selection, and we'd like to help you find the right one for your needs on the farm. We don't sell any truck. We sell the right truck. We make the buying process painless, and you'll be driving that truck in no time at all.
That's what you'll find at Wildcat Chevrolet Cadiz and at wildcatchevrolet.com.
When Severe Wheeler was asked what this year has taught him, he said it's been a great learning experience. He called himself a 22-year-old dude learning a lot about himself and how much he can handle and is willing to handle. He said he just wants to be known as a guy who impacts others. So whether you are a Wheeler fan or not, you have to admire his heart and the way he's never given up on himself or his team.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
Larry Vought's Views, that's a great point Larry makes, or really Severe Wheeler makes. He wants to be known as someone who impacts people, and, we tie these young men so much into being basketball players that sometimes we forget, these are actual people too, right? Like they don't just perform all the time for us. They go to class and, they have friends and they have a social life, and he doesn't even want to be known as a basketball player. He just wants to positively impact people, regardless of how he plays in the court or not. So salute to Severe Wheeler. And I tell you what, that game tomorrow against Mississippi State's going to be a big one for the Cats. I don't know if you see the latest bracketology projections. Mississippi State is projected as one of the last 4 in the tournament. Kentucky won the last 4 out of the tournament. And they play Mississippi State Wednesday. So you talk about a massive game against Mississippi State and a chance to really hop Mississippi State more than likely in those projections and maybe get your name back into that NCAA tournament field. You have that chance on Wednesday. 238-WHIR, 238-9447 is the phone number to call in. Still talking a little bit about the Super Bowl, and people are discussing that halftime show Rihanna did while pregnant. Kind of revealed to the world that, yes, she is pregnant with her second child, and the halftime show was a little bit subdued. Not a whole lot of dancing that went on because Rihanna is carrying child, revealing that she was pregnant during the Super Bowl. Well, check out this ad for those who are wondering if they're pregnant or not. Rihanna has released a new pregnancy test that can tell you whether or not you're pregnant. Here it is, the Rihanna pregnancy test.
I think I might be pregnant. I wish there was a way to know for sure.
Now there is with the Rihanna Super Bowl pregnancy test.
How's it work?
It's easy. You learn how to sing, produce an album, go on tour, produce another album, go on a few more tours, build a big fan base, sell millions of albums, get invited to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show, and if you're pregnant while you're on stage, that means you're pregnant.
Yeah, my wife thought she might be pregnant, so she started singing and became super famous and got asked to perform at the Super Bowl. Well, by the time she found out she was pregnant, our son was already grown up and had kids of his own. I know the timeline doesn't really make much sense, but try not to think about it too much.
So what are you waiting for?
A lot, apparently.
Find out if you're pregnant with the Rihanna Super Bowl pregnancy test. Try it today.
There you go, the Rihanna pregnancy test. Let's see what's going on in this morning's world of absolute good. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are. I am right there with you. These stories right here remind us of the silver lining in the cloud over all of our heads. It's my way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go do the same for somebody else. Here's Floyd Kramer. Little good news action for you on this Tuesday morning, and here we go. Story number one. When Tom Henschel, Gregory Eaton, and Don Chrisman attended the very first Super Bowl back in 1967, they weren't even sure if the NFL had a future. Right? They went to this championship game, but honestly, who knew the NFL would grow to be as popular as it is now? But they've religiously returned year after year to catch the big game, and now the three octogenarians are the only surviving members of the Never Miss a Super Bowl club. They say that the annual meeting of their exclusive club is half the reason they continue to go, with Chrisman calling it as important as the game itself. Sure, going to the game is important, but being there with the people that you have been going to the game with is the most important. Number two, a Pakistani man living in the U.S. walked into the Turkish embassy and made an anonymous donation of $30 million for earthquake victims in Turkey and in Syria. On Saturday, Shahbaz Sharif, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, tweeted the news of the anonymous donation, saying he was, quote, deeply moved by the example as casualties from the earthquake in Turkey and Syria mount. Individuals and governments from around the globe are rallying to help victims and survivors affected by that earthquake disaster. And number three, in December, Lauren Carcamo was picking up her 6-year-old daughter from her Dallas elementary school when she started having labor pains and her water broke. The school nurse didn't have any experience delivering babies, so she called in a 5th grade teacher, Maria Perez Caraballo, who was a doctor in Venezuela before she came to the U.S. The teacher realized the mom wouldn't make it to the hospital in time, so she and the nurse prepared her for delivery, and baby Larry was born right there in the school clinic. Wow, the teacher and school nurse helped deliver a baby at a Texas school. An anonymous man reportedly walked into the Turkish embassy here in the U.S. and donated $30 million. And the Never Miss a Super Bowl club makes it to another game. And that's what's going on in this morning's World of Absolute Good. It's 7:15, which means NASCAR news coming your way in 60 seconds right here on The Joe Show on 103.9 FM WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Pulling the plug on something like this affects a lot of people.
The sport's in a better place from it, probably woke some people up.
I went to 2 out of 3 of Daytona 500s that day and won.
I don't care. I got to at least June or so before they get worried about it.
Mark Caro and PRN's Garage Pass.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. So you ordered a new air filter for your car. You try to install it, but it doesn't fit. So you take a little bit off the sides. Well, still doesn't fit? Well, you could try to sit on it. Or just go to eBay Motors and get it right the first time. When you see the green check, you know that part's going to fit. Air filters, brakes, headlights, over 122 million parts. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors, let's ride.
This is Dirt Racer Kenny Wallace. The Dirt Race is back at Bristol in 2023, and once again, it's a night race. It's the Food City Dirt Race, 7 p.m. on Sunday, April 9th. I want to see all my diehard NASCAR and dirt racing fans there. This isn't just any old dirt race. It's a dirt race at Bristol, baby.
The Daytona 500 this weekend will not only kick off the 2023 Cup Series season, but the final year of Kevin Harvick's full-time driving career. He had actually wanted to end it sooner and originally not give a full year's notice.
Pulling the plug on something like this affects a lot of people. And, there's a lot of employees that are going to have to make career decisions of what they want to go do now that have been on our team for a decade. So with the sponsors, the employees, and all the people that work for us and the things that we've had to change to position ourselves for post-business, you have to be respectful of so many different things, and the only way to do that right was to just do it for a whole year.
Alex Bowman is looking for big things this season after missing 5 of the last 6 races in 2022 because of a concussion. NASCAR's been working hard to make the next-gen Cup car safer from the kind of rear impact that hurt Bowman, and he believes it will all work out for the best.
Concussions are not fun, but also watching somebody else drive your race car and seeing your playoff hopes evaporate and kind of everything that came along with that, it sucked. There's no way around that. It was unfortunate, but the sport's in a better place from it, probably woke some people up, and we made some changes, and hopefully the cars are safer from it going forward.
Speaking of Daytona, getting ready to go full-time Cup racing for his grandfather, Ty Gibbs has been there as a spectator for a number of big moments for Joe Gibbs Racing and Denny Hamlin. But he did miss one because he was still in high school.
I went to 2 out of 3 of Daytona 500s that day and won. I was supposed to be at the third one, the 2021, but it got rained out because they ran it that next night. I had to go to school the next day, so I couldn't make that one.
Baseball, basketball, pickleball. Those are sports, and people love sports. If you love sports, you should know this. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. Does saving have anything to do with sports? No, but people love sports, so I'm yelling sports out. Hockey, swimming, golf. Not all sports have the word ball in there, so save big when you switch to Progressive. Go sports teams!
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Potential savings will vary.
There's already speculation this could also be the final year of Cup competition for Martin Truex Jr., and he was asked how he'd feel if people started asking him about that early in the season.
I don't care. I got to at least June or so before they get worried about it. And to be honest, I don't have any idea what I'm doing. I'm just going to go out and have fun and hopefully win a bunch of races this year and, battle for another championship. That's where we belong. I know we can do it.
PRN's Garage Pass, brought to you by Progressive. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save nearly $700 on average.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's It's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
Do you own a business? If so, save money and time with Farmers National Bank's free business checking. You receive 1,000 free monthly transaction items, free online banking, free bill pay, free e-statements. Plus, you get a free gift at account opening. Call us at 866-888-0220 or stop into one of our convenient locations for assistance. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank. $50 minimum deposit at account opening. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Time's running out, and February 14th is Valentine's Day and the most romantic, sweetest day of the year. B&L Diamond Jewelers knows what you need. You can get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder with your mailer coupon and get $50 off $200 purchase. Get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder with a box of chocolates with your mailer coupon. Get $125 off a $500 purchase. Or get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder, box of chocolates, and Valentine's card with your mailer coupon. Or you can get $250 off a $1,000 purchase. Coupons are available for the savings only at B&L Diamond Jewelers. Or you can get her a Love and Silver and CZ ring for just $89 or necklace for just $99. How about getting her a pendant engraved with "You've Captured My Heart" as low as $119? Stop by for more incredible buys. Make this Valentine's Day unforgettable with a beautiful gift of fine jewelry from B&L Diamond Jewelers, Danville Manor Shopping Center.
Hi, this is Caraway and Adeline at Mattresses and More next door to Ace Hardware in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, come check out our tax refund sale. New merchandise arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Get up to 35% off. We offer layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit. Come see Aunt Nana. You'll be glad you did.
Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
Download a Sheetway for the dunk.
Hi, it's Tom Leach. Join me and the Goose, Wildcat Hall of Famer Jack Givens, for Kentucky basketball all season long. And tune in Dave Baker and two-time national champ Cameron Mills for our Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Tip-Off coverage. It starts 90 minutes before game time on the UK Sports Network.
It's all right here on this UK Sports Network station. Your home for the Cats and the hits is WRNZ-FM Z105. Go Cats!
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Coel Collision Center right here in Danville. They're on Lebanon Road. After a wreck, tell the tow truck driver, take your vehicle over to the experts, Brent and Devin, at Coel Collision Center, Lebanon Road in Danville. Increasing clouds, high today 65. What a great day for us. 56 the low tonight. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, 73, windy and breezy. Thursday, breezy day with thunderstorms and a high of 67. Cold on Friday, 38's the high. Saturday, 47. Sunday, 56. Right now, it's 6:55 in the morning. It's 35 degrees. The wind chill feels like 30 right here in Danville. 238 WHIR 238-9447. Love to have you on the radio this morning. Ricky D's letting us know what app we should download in this morning's Planet of the Apps.
Welcome to the Planet of the Apps. Oh, here's a hot game app just in time for you now. It's called Rules of Survival. And you start out by being dropped onto an island where there's only one person who can survive. Hopefully it's you, because you're racing against time. You're fighting off enemies on this island. You can fight alone. You can team up with others. You can share your wisdom. Once again, it's called Rules of Survival. And it's free. And it's one of these time eaters. Let's say you have a 6-hour flight. It will rule the time for you. Rules of Survival free. It's got a great reviews. Download it from the App Store. Rick D's in this molten magma every day. We call it the...
You go on the Planet of the Apps. 238 WHIR 238-9447. It's Rick D's. and the Planet of the Apps. What about the Country Comic Spotlight this morning? Lou Santini is in the spotlight. Lou Santini, who talks about going on a date with someone who he says just would not be quiet. She just kept on talking and kept on talking. Lou Santini, here he is.
Oh, you can bet there's amateurs in the dating world. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm a comedian, all right? And I go out with women. I like chatty women. I love good back and forth, good banter, good conversation. I don't want to be the guy always keeping the conversation going. But be careful what you wish for, because the last woman I went out with, wow, she could talk. She could talk. And we went out to dinner. I'm driving her home, and I remember thinking to myself, I don't think I've said anything since I ordered my food. It was over 2 hours ago. And that was to the waiter. So she sees the look on my face, and she's mortified. She's like, I am so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm doing it again. I'm sorry. I'm talking too much. I'm sorry. I'm still talking. Am I talking now? I'm like, relax, okay? It's our first date. All right, first date jitters. You're a little bit nervous. I'm way out of your league. Calm down. No, I did not say that. I did not say that, but thank you, sir. I just want to say what an honor and a privilege it is for you to be here tonight. All right, So this is why the married people need to stay married. Here's what's out there. She goes, do you want to hear something really weird? I'm like, do I ever? On our first date, you mutant, but go ahead. Her words, I honestly believe that as long as I keep talking, I cannot die. I know. I said, actually, you could not be more wrong, because if you don't shut up, I'm going to drive this car into the wall and kill us both. Really.
Lou Santini in the Country Comic Spotlight. And the best jokes from late night television last night. Jimmy Fallon joking about the Super Bowl on Sunday night and talking about that yesterday on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, Tonight Show on NBC.
The final score was Chiefs 38, Eagles 35. People who called out sick to work, 19 million.
Oh. Yes, and all three of the late night shows, Jimmy Fallon, Seth Meyers, Jimmy Kimmel, all joking about Rihanna's halftime performance.
During her performance, Rihanna revealed that she's pregnant. Yes. Rihanna did a Super Bowl halftime show while pregnant. Meanwhile, everyone at home on their 30th chicken wing was like, I also felt a kick.
During her halftime show performance at last night's Super Bowl, Rihanna revealed that she was pregnant while the rest of us just ate like we were.
Rihanna yesterday delivered what has to be the biggest we're expecting announcement in the history of the world. Her belly comes out. Every living room in America just stopped waiting for someone, preferably a woman, to say something about whether... Everyone's like, when did she have that last baby? And my wife was searching for her ovulation chart.
Rihanna on the Super Bowl halftime show. Best jokes from late night television last night. And a shout out to Bus 121 and especially to Victoria Brushway and Janie Pittman, the wives of Tim and Coach Pitt on 121.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. The suspected gunman in last night's mass shooting at Michigan State University is dead. Officials say the 43-year-old man with no affiliation to the university killed 3 people and critically wounded 5 more. Deputy Chief Chris Rossman with the Michigan State Police and Public Safety.
The suspect in this incident was located outside of the MSU campus, and it does appear that that suspect has died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
He reportedly took his own life as he was approached by police not far from where Monday's shootings occurred. No word yet on the suspect's identity or a possible motive. Michigan State is canceling all of its activities on campus, including all sporting events for the next 48 hours. The news affects the Spartans' men's basketball game against Minnesota on Wednesday and men's tennis, which was scheduled to host Drake. MSU's women's basketball team is set to visit Purdue on Wednesday, but it's unclear at this time if that game will be affected. Today marks the 5-year anniversary of the Parkland, Florida mass school shooting. 17 people were killed, 17 others injured when a gunman opened fire at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. There will be a memorial service in Parkland tonight. Crews are working to recover debris from the high-altitude object shot down over Alaska, Canada, and Michigan.
These objects do not present a military threat to anyone on the ground.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said no material has been collected from the 3 objects yet. They were shot down in remote, difficult-to-reach areas. Austin added each of the recoveries is unique and pose their own challenges. He said officials will get a better sense of what the objects are once the material is recovered. Starbucks is being ordered to cease and desist from engaging in a number of anti-union activities. The National Labor Relations Board says Starbucks illegally threatened, interrogated, and fired pro-union employees. The three-member panel also ordered Starbucks to offer reinstatement with back pay to 2 union activists who were fired. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Maybe you're not one of those frequent flyers, but sometimes you just want to hit the beach or see your new granddaughter or go to that out-of-state wedding. Whatever the reason for your getaway, if it involves flying in the U.S. or visiting a military base after May 7th, 2025, you'll need a Kentucky Real ID driver's license or an ID that is Real ID compliant. Make a plan to get your Kentucky Real ID now. Go to realidky.com.
The Kentucky Department for Community-Based Services is hiring. DCBS invites you to be part of an inclusive team of caring professionals that helps all Kentucky families through a rewarding career in family support or social services. They have job openings in their county offices across the state and offer great benefits like hybrid work schedule, competitive salary, paid holidays, and many opportunities for training and promotions, plus state employee discounts. Go online to chfs.ky.gov and enter DCBS jobs in the search field. It's a new day at DCBS. Join them.
At least one person is dead from head injuries suffered when a man driving a U-Haul ran over 8 people in Brooklyn and New York City on Monday morning. Mark Mayfield with more.
The other 7 victims are listed in stable condition. The suspect has a criminal record in Nevada. He has at least 4 previous arrests and a history of mental illness. While in custody, he allegedly told police he wanted to die. Investigators say the suspect rented the U-Haul in Florida last month and was arrested for reckless driving on his way to New York. I'm Mark Mayfield.
2 winter storms have as many as 26 states under weather alerts. Meteorologists say the first storm could bring a foot of snow to parts of Colorado, Oregon, and Washington. A second storm is expected to bring severe weather from the south to the Ohio Valley. A hearing on the impact of a cryptocurrency market crash will be held today. The Senate Banking Committee hearing comes 2 months after the collapse of crypto exchange FTX. South Carolina Republican Senator Tim Scott, ranking member on the committee, has made creating a crypto regulatory framework as one of his top priorities. Americans are expected to spend nearly $26 billion on Valentine's Day this year. Trey Thomas with more.
That's one of the highest amounts to date, up from nearly $24 billion last year. The National Retail Federation estimates that shoppers will spend an average of just over $192 per person on gifts. I'm Trey Thomas.
The viewership numbers for this year's Super Bowl are in, and they are huge. Brian Shook reports.
Fox Sports says 113 million people watched the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Philadelphia Eagles in Arizona on Sunday, making it the most watched Super Bowl in 6 years. The network that aired the big game also noted that Super Bowl 57 ranks as the 3rd most watched TV show ever. Rihanna's halftime performance drew an average of more than 118 million viewers.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Hi, this is Rhonda Reeves at Southern Plate Catering. We are located at 126 Church Street. We are celebrating 12 years in the catering business and 5 years in our cafe. We are open Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. We have an everyday menu with daily specials. And here's Hannah Helmers to tell you about her favorite burger on our everyday menu.
You gotta try our Kentucky Bourbon Glaze Burger. 5 ounces of beef, provolone cheese, 2 crispy slices of bacon, and topped with our house-made Kentucky Bourbon Glaze. Served with our famous seasoned fries and our signature fry sauce. Only at Southern Plate Cafe. Come and see me.
And here's Sydney Medley to tell us about our family meals that are offered Monday through Friday.
Family meals are offered for after work. We have feed 6 and single meals for empty nesters or people who just don't want to cook. Pickups are 4 to 6. Come down and see me. Call us at 859-319-3444.
Folks, the door is always open 11 to 2 Monday through Friday. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and SouthernPlateCatering.com.
Dine in or family pickup only at Southern Plate Cafe and Catering, Church Street, Danville.
This is Randy Gipp Graham. If you want to start your weekend off in a winning way, propelling you into a new work week, then join with our team every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock on the Kentucky Power Hour. Sure, we talk current events, politics, a little sports, and a lot about leadership, but with you, the listener, in mind. So start your day off in a winning way.
Rise and shine, champions.
right here on the Happy Station, AM 1230 WHIR.
The Kentucky Power Hour on 1230 WHIR. Darling.
Good morning to you. It is Tuesday. It's Valentine's Day. It's February the 14th. Cloudy day expected today. 65, though, is the high. Could be a good little day to, maybe you go out to a restaurant with him or her, your significant other. Maybe you can sit outside and enjoy the great weather this afternoon and early evening. Forecast is coming your way. News comes up here first. Brought to you by Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda.
It's all about you and Stuart Powell.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager of Stuart Powell Ford, Lincoln, and Mazda, 225 South Danville Bypass here in Danville. And for the first time in 3 years, we have new Fords on our lot ready to go home with you. Please stop by and see our selection. We are offering these at invoice pricing or shop online at stuartpowell.com.
Making people happy because we know how. It's an easy thing to do in Danville. Stuart Powell. Ford, Lincoln, Mazda.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. After what they're calling an increase in overnight thefts, Danville Police is asking people to protect themselves with what's called the 9 p.m. routine. That 9 p.m. routine includes locking your house, windows, garage, gates, and sheds, turning on exterior lights and alarm systems, and bringing in valuables from your car, yards, and patios. Danville Police say while they're always out on patrol, they can't be everywhere at all times, and that the 9 p.m. routine is a good way to protect yourself. The city of Lancaster has entered into a contract to help them with their sewer plant. The Garrett County Central Record reports that a belt press of the sewer plant has broken. When water is filtered at the sewer treatment plant, it goes through a belt press before it then goes through filtration. While a new machine has been ordered, Lancaster had to do something in the meantime to get rid of the solids the machine has been collecting. The Central Record reports that the city of Lancaster needed to rid themselves of solids every 10 to 15 days at a cost of $30,000 each time, until that new machine comes in. There was also concern that if they didn't act quickly, the company offering the services could have moved on elsewhere. The city says the money was not the issue and that they had the money to pay for the services that are needed for this time and entered into a contract with H&A Resources. That's a company that specializes in Lancaster's need. H&A is a Versailles-based company. Boyle County's fiscal court will have their regular schedule meeting this morning. It's a busy agenda, which includes updates from Nikki Kincaid from the Art Center of the Bluegrass, Danville School Superintendent Dr. Greg Ross, Boyle County Jailer Brian Wooford, and Boyle County Sheriff Taylor Bottom, who will present on a school resource deputy. It's today at 9 o'clock in the morning at the courthouse. Following that meeting and a brief lunch break, magistrates will again convene and hear from all county departments on their goals, needs, and priorities for the county. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Cattleman's Roadhouse. Treat yourself to a delicious meal at Cattleman's, where everyone in the family has certified something to tastify their taste buds. Cattleman's Roadhouse, Danville Bypass, where a great steak is truly just the beginning. Increasing clouds, a high day 65, a low tonight 56. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high of 73, and on Thursday, high of 67, windy, breezy day, 3/4 of an inch of rain possible on Thursday. It's 7:11 in the morning right now. It's 35 degrees, and Boyle County State Representative Daniel Elliott joins us this morning here on the Joe Show. Good morning, Daniel. How are you?
Good morning, Joe. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you being on here, Daniel. You all were not in session yesterday, so you had the day off, and you got a long weekend. So, Daniel, do you have anything today you expect to see on the House floor there in Frankfort?
Well, Joe, I was looking at the schedule before I came on with you, and it looks like 10 different committees will have meetings before 2 o'clock.
Ooh, y'all like a Baptist church up there, Daniel. So many committees meeting, huh?
Absolutely. And I have 2 that meet at noon, so I have that calamity with my schedule from time to time up there. So, but yeah, it's noticing one of the bills that we will hear actually from Representative King from Mercer County. I'm a new member of the House Transportation Committee. He has a bill that will extend the time for a physical examination for school bus drivers. Currently it's 12 months. This would move it to 24 months. They would have to have an examination every 24 months to continue to be certified for a commercial license. And as you know, many of our school districts have had a lot of trouble retaining and hiring school bus drivers. So hopefully, and I'm going to be supportive of this bill. I think she has a great idea there to try to alleviate some of the pressure that has been on our school systems in terms of transporting our students to and from school.
Yeah, so you think that you all will take that up today, or you said it's going to be in a committee today? Which one?
That will be in the House Transportation
in the committee. Okay.
And I know I've had some conversations with Representative King and about supporting this bill. I think the Jessamine County, which is in her district, school system, the superintendent there was a big proponent of enlarging the time for that examination, which must obviously been an issue there. But as you know, I've seen some districts that have increased the salaries of the hourly rate for school bus drivers, and some of them have still had a lot of problems getting enough drivers to man their bus routes.
I talked with a former bus driver, Daniel, who goes to my church and drove for a local school system, and I asked him if he was still driving, and he said no, that he had retired. And there were a couple of reasons why, but one of the reasons he said was he was afraid of making a mistake. He said, I mean, there's a lot on the line when you're a bus driver, right? I mean, you have the safety and security of 20, 30-plus kids on your school bus. And he said, he was getting older. He said, I was afraid to make a mistake, so I just had to step back. And, you need people who understand that, right? Like, this is a serious job. I can't make a mistake. I need to take this seriously and pay them appropriately as well for that.
Yeah, that's true. And so that's another aspect of it as well. Excuse me. But yeah, it's tremendous responsibility. Safety issues are obviously there, and it's not always safe to be on our roads, as we see sometimes on our daily commute.
Yeah, and we have a bus that listens to us every morning on the show, Bus 121 in the Danville school system. And we know Tim, who's the bus driver, and Terry Pittman, who's the monitor. It's the same thing. They've got students. They've got 20, 30-plus students, and same thing for every single bus driver at the Danville school system, the Boyle County school system. There's a lot of responsibility, and we certainly salute them. They have a tough job to do, making sure students get to school on time and, most importantly, safely. In a safe manner. Daniel, I'm looking over some of proposed bills. Here's one that I am in full support of, Daniel. And this was proposed by one of your Democratic colleagues from Lexington. I guess his name is Chad Ohl. Do you know Chad Ohl?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
We talked last week, actually.
Okay. You can tell Chad today when you see him that we talked about him this morning on the show. Essentially, this is the bill. So I'm a runner. I run around my neighborhood for exercise, and I know, Daniel, which yards have dogs with electric fences in them, which the dogs are going to be in the backyard. I'm used to running in my neighborhood, right? So I know the houses. I know where the dogs are. There have been times where dogs have popped out that I did not expect. And these dogs are not the friendliest dogs. And so this bill that is proposed by Chad Ohl would essentially penalize the owner of what's called a vicious dog. And it comes after a Lexington woman was out for a walk in March of last year and was bitten by 2 dogs while she's just out trying to enjoy a nice afternoon, out for an afternoon walk. And look, I love dogs. I've got a dog myself. But there's nothing more unnerving, Daniel, than to be out on a run or a walk to see a dog not on a leash and not know how that dog's going to react. And so, I'm not saying all dogs are vicious. Please don't misunderstand me. But there are those dogs out there that don't do well with people that they don't know. Their owners have somehow let them off the leash, or the dogs have escaped, and now you're one-on-one with this dog, and you don't know how this dog's going to act. And so it's essentially a bill that would penalize people for harboring dogs that are considered vicious. Where do you stand on that, Daniel, and have you read that bill yet?
I have not read it. We talked about it, actually. When we talked last week, he had told me he had the idea, I think he filed the bill maybe last week. And so I've been bitten as well, running, so I know exactly what you're talking about. It's a situation where you have to think quickly, and you don't really know what to do. But it sounds like generally a good idea, because obviously you're going to have to hold the owners responsible for their dogs, for their animals. Pet ownership requires responsibility, and I wonder. I always ask myself the question: have other states done this? How's it worked there? I always ask myself that question. Usually, someone else has tried something that's. Although sometimes you find, we might be the first state to do something, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But no, I understand completely what he's trying to do here, and it's you read about occasionally people being in other states. I don't think we've had any in Kentucky, but I know reading about a woman in South Carolina last summer that was killed by 1 or 2 dogs that were just out walking.
Yeah.
I think they were pit bulls, but yeah, it's one of the reasons I guess I stick to the park. But sometimes then you're not completely safe.
Yeah, Daniel.
I
went out running one day and was running in my neighborhood, and there was a dog. This is one of maybe 2 or 3 incidents that I've had to run with a dog. There was a dog that had gotten loose, and it was actively chasing and barking and snapping at like my ankles and my feet. And it was concerning enough to where a car that was driving by stopped. And I think that they were going to offer me, hey, do you need to get in the car right now? Well, the owner of the house and the owner of the dog comes out and says, it's a friendly dog. Can you grab him by the collar and walk him here? And I look at him like, this dog is actively trying to bite me right now. I'm not going to grab for this dog's collar. Well, then another neighbor 2 houses down comes out and said, that dang dog, get off the leash. I thought it was going to be a neighborhood brawl, and I was just trying to enjoy my afternoon run. Daniel, you never can tell with animals when they're off their leash or out of a backyard. And so, again, I love dogs. I've got a dog myself, and I think my dog is the friendliest dog in the world, just like everybody thinks their dog is the friendliest dog in the world. But we also know that not all of them are. And to have a bill like this that would punish people from harboring vicious animals seems like it makes sense to me. And Daniel, what you can do is next time you talk to Mr. Ohl, you can say, hey, we talked about your legislation. We're in support of it. Now let me propose something to you, Mr. Ohl. What do you think about Super Bowl Monday being a holiday? Let me just fill you out here, Chad. Let's see how you feel about this. That's how you start the conversation, yeah.
That's how you slide that in.
Daniel, appreciate you being on. You have safe travels to Frankfurt today, and we appreciate you filling in your constituents, our listeners, about what's going on. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning, okay?
You too. Have a great day.
All right, Daniel, you too. Bye. That's Boyle County State Representative Daniel Elliott giving us an update from his drive into the state capitol. As he said, he's got multiple committee meetings today. Right now, 7:21, Boyle County boys basketball coach Denny Webb joins us this morning on The Joe Show. Coming up Next.
This Steve Bertram Sports Report is a service of Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the Danville Bypass and online at stuartpowell.com.
It's all about you and Stuart Powell.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager of Stuart Powell Ford, Lincoln, and Mazda, 225 South Danville Bypass here in Danville. And for the first time in 3 years, we have new Fords on our lot ready to go home with you. Please stop by and see our selection. We are offering these at invoice pricing or shop online at stuartpowell.com.
Making people happy because we know how. It's an easy thing to do in Danville. Stuart Powell.
Ford Lincoln Mazda.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Alabama has taken over the #1 spot in the men's AP Top 25 this week. The Crimson Tide is followed by Houston and Purdue. Tennessee fell to 10th. In the women's Top 25, South Carolina is again a unanimous #1. LSU fell to 5th after losing to the Gamecocks. Men's Top 25 action last night. Texas Tech upset #6 Texas 74-67. 9th-ranked Baylor defeated West Virginia 79-67. And number 15 Miami topped North Carolina 80-72. Hometown Radio has high school hoops on the air tonight as Danville Christian Academy entertains Boyle County. The girls play at 6, followed by the boys around 7:30 on Z105. Both games stream at hometownlive.net. Last night in girls action, it was Danville 74, North Hardin 54, Garrett County 45, Model 40, Mercer County 50, Pulaski County 41, and Wayne County 55, Lincoln County 52 in overtime. This is the last week of the regular season in high school basketball. District tournaments begin around the state February 20th. Hometown Radio will bring you action from the girls and boys 45th districts. Kentucky's on the road again tomorrow night as they visit Mississippi State. Tip-offs at 8:30 on Z105. 4 Kentucky football players have been invited to the NFL Combine in Indianapolis. Quarterback Will Levis, running back Chris Rodriguez, lineman Tayshawn Manning, and defensive back Carrington Valentine will be in Indy February 28th through March 6th. NASCAR is going to be running full throttle this week in Daytona. Talk NASCAR tonight from 7 to 8 on WHIR FM 103.9. New Mexico State's men's basketball program has been halted for the remainder of the season after hazing allegations. Schools also placed the coaching staff on paid administrative leave until further notice. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Isaiah House provides holistic substance abuse treatment to help recovering addicts achieve sobriety for a lifetime.
We know what that struggle is. We know how bad that is. We know all the damage and the chaos that we created in the past. But the important part is we can show them the solution.
Kentucky Medicaid accepted for treatment. Call Isaiah House Treatment Center today. 859-375-9200. Isaiah House Treatment Center. Real hope for addiction.
Do you have a sunroom, a man cave, a she shed, or a frog? It's a finished room over a garage that needs heat or air. Did you know one of Kentucky's largest ductless mini-split distributors is located in Danville? The HVAC outlet offers the best ductless mini-splits on the market that you can install yourself, or they can assist with installation. Prices start at only $6.99. Call the HVAC outlet, 859-209-1112, or swing by 308 Fackler Street in Danville. All equipment is in stock.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at 88 Heating and Air and the HVAC outlet. We just heard from them in Danville. They're one of the largest distributors in Kentucky, and they also have heat pumps with 10-year parts warranties and financing available. Call before you buy anywhere else and get the outlet price from the HVAC outlet in Danville, 859-209-1112. Increasing clouds today, a high of 65, a low tonight 56. Tomorrow, sunshine, high of 73. Nice day tomorrow. Thursday, showers, possibly a thunderstorm, a high of 67. Right now, it is 7:26 in the morning. We welcome onto the show Boyle County boys basketball coach Denny Webb. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Good morning, Joe. I'm doing okay.
How are you?
I'm doing great, Coach. Appreciate you being on this morning. A big one tonight. Boyle County and DCA, Coach. And the Warriors, who offensively, Coach, kind of put it together in the first half of the season. There have been some struggles offensively in the second half of the season. But, they played tough competition. This 45th district is very tough. And you look at who they played, Danville, Ewell, Lincoln County, Garrett County. They just lost by 3 to a really good Washington County team last week, Coach. What do you expect to see out of this Boyle County, or out of this DCA team tonight?
Well, they're really good, and they have played a tough schedule, and that's going to pay off for them. So it's going to be a tough matchup for us, but I expect that they'll be ready to go over at their place. Be a tough place to play. It's be a great environment, but they'll be ready to go, and we'll have our hands full as always.
Yeah, you look at the district standings right now. Lincoln County is number 1. They're 6-2. They've got that number 1 seed locked up. DCA at 3-5, which I believe is really 3-4 because one of their games against Danville doesn't count. You all right now are at 5-2, right? So I guess maybe does Lincoln have the number 1 seed locked up if you all win tonight? How does that tiebreaker work?
Yeah, if we were to win tonight, I think maybe there's a tiebreaker, but I'm not. To be honest, I haven't looked at what it would come down to. More than likely, I think Lincoln would end up with it. From what I've been told, what I've seen. So it really doesn't make a whole lot of difference. I think maybe the bigger outcome might be the 3-4, who the 3-4 seed might be after tonight.
Yeah, you got a couple of games left this season, Coach. Of course, DCA tonight in Pulaski County there on Thursday. That's going to be a home game for you all, Coach. Again, we've talked about your schedule. You end with 2 tough ones. What do you want to see out of your Rebel team the last 2 games of the season?
Well, for one, to compete always, and then just we need to start putting things together. We've started shooting the ball a little bit better the last few games, but then also, we go down South Laurel, didn't play real good defense. So we got to get some consistency about putting both aspects of the game together. And then these 2 games will give us a good test and show us where we're at going into tournament time.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to find what I saw yesterday, either last night or this morning, and of course you skip over something on the internet and you can't ever find it because there's so much nonsense on the internet. But this was important, Coach, and I thought I saw something like Jakey Tarter is 85 rebounds away or something from becoming the all-time leader in Boyle County school history. Is that correct?
Yeah, according to our stat guy, Danny Roller, he's close. I think it's 85 or 86 rebounds away.
Okay.
He's a double-double guy every night, and one of the best rebounders I've been around since I've been here. There's not been one like him that I've seen. We've had some good ones, but his motor and knack for finding where the ball's coming off the rim is second to none.
You tell Jakey that it'd be okay with us if he just goes ahead and puts that to rest tonight. How about an 86-rebound game from him tonight? 20 points, 86 rebounds. How's that sound, Coach?
Well, I don't know about that because if he's getting that many, that means we're probably not shooting the ball very well, be my guess.
Yeah, well, I was thinking maybe DCA misses half of the shots or more than half. Many of them are defensive rebounds.
Okay, well, that would be all right.
There you go. Going to be a fun one tonight. It's a girl-boy doubleheader. Again, it's at DCA. Girls will play first. The boys will play second. It's going to be 2 really fun games. If you can come out to both of them, you got a DCA Boyle County matchup. Boyle County girls are playing much better. DCA has a great player in Grace Bugwa who put up 41 points and 25 rebounds the last time they played on Saturday. And, of course, it's going to be a fun, high-paced game in the boys' game between DCA and Boyle County. So 2 fun games, 2 for the price of 1 at DCA tonight. And if you can't make it, we'll have the live play-by-play on our sister station, Z105. Coach, appreciate you being on. We'll see you tonight, and good luck, okay?
All right. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
Talk to you later. Bye. That's Boyle County boys coach Denny Webb, who has the Rebels right now at 12-13, but they're 5-2 in the district, right? And they're 8-6 in the region. So the out-of-region games have really been what's tripped them up, not the in-region games. And what matters is winning your in-region games, right? Because if you can win against other region competition, you give yourself a chance to win the region tournament to move on to the state tournament. So they're winning the most important games, those district games, and even many of those region games as well. Tonight, 6 o'clock girls game, boys game at 7:30, 7:45-ish or so following that girls' game. And again, we'll have the play-by-play on Z105. Coming up in the next 30 minutes right here on The Joe Show. At 7:40, we have the County Agents Corner brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. Hopefully, Jay Hetmansberger can give us a call in today from the Garrett County Extension Office. In the 8 o'clock hour, actually, I'm sorry, at 7:50, we have Jenny Holland. I believe it's a Jenny Holland Tuesday who will come in, the Mayor Pro Tem, and update us on what happened at yesterday's Danville City Commission meeting. So we should have Jenny in studio this morning around 7:45, 7:50. Then we get to the 8 o'clock hour where Georgia is on here. Randy gives us Randyisms. James the Gardener is on here, and Dusty joins us as well. It's 7:32 in the morning here on The Joe Show, and 36 degrees. Wind chill feels like 31 right here in Danville.
Is the Hometown Radio's Big Deals offer is out of this world. It's Cosmic Bowling. Experience bowling with an outer space-like atmosphere. Black lights, strobe lights, and pattern lights accent the hit music that beats over the speakers. The lights and music effects make it an out-of-the-world experience. It's all at Galaxy Bowling and Entertainment Center in Richmond. Go have a lot of family fun with our Big Deals Pizza, Pins, and Pepsi party. The party includes 2 hours of bowling, bowling shoes for up to 6 people, a large pizza, and a pitcher of soda. The retail value is up to $85. At Big Deal's online store, get the Pizza, Pins, and Pepsi party for just $49. Yes, $49. What a deal. It's a big deal out of this world. Shop and save at Big Deal's online store, hometownlive.net, hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Big deals at hometownlive.net.
I'm Katie George, and if you want to save a bunch of Benjamins, then don't miss the President's Day sales event at Cartown Kia.
Lease the 2023 Kia Forte for just $299 down and $299 per month.
And if you take home over $350 a week, we have lenders that want to approve you. Save a bunch of Benjamins at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2023 Kia Forte, $299 down, $299 per month, $25.66 due assigned, 36 monthly, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, docket, acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer and option. See dealer for details. Offer expires February 28th.
Doug DNC Small Engine, do repair on all ATVs, side-by-sides. Also, get your chainsaws sharpened, serviced, we're ready for the winter. Cut up that firewood. We're open 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday. Located 1125 Stanford Road, DNC Small Engine. It's a reminder, too, also that we are offering auto and truck tires. We'll get you serviced and ready for the winter. Come see us for the best prices around and best service. 1125 Stanford Road, DNC Small Engine, 859-209-2615. 209-2615. Doug DNC Small Engine. Come see us.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Boyle County High School has a National Merit Finalist. Wesley Allaham was recently selected as a National Merit Finalist. Allaham is one of 15,000 finalists out of the more than 1.5 million students who applied nationwide to enter the 2023 National Merit Scholarship Program. You have to have been a high school junior who then qualifies by taking the preliminary qualifying SAT test, which serves as an initial screen for program entries. By qualifying as a National Merit Finalist, Allaham represents less than 1% of all U.S. high school seniors and is one of the highest scoring entrants in Kentucky. Lancaster officially has a new fire chief. Saturday was the first day for Daniel Napier as the interim Lancaster City Fire Chief after former Chief Richard Sebastian announced his retirement. His last day was Friday. The Garrett Central Record says that Sebastian had served as a public servant for 53 years before his retirement. While Napier takes over as the Lancaster Fire Chief, Samantha Feldman will stay on as the Chief of Administration. Garrett County also has a new emergency management agency director. The Garrett Central Record reports that Wanda Shelton has been named the new EMA director in Garrett County. She has nearly 28 years in public service between her role in law enforcement and with Garrett County EMS. Emergency management agencies help coordinate events during major emergencies, and Garrett County's EMA also helps in search and rescue, weather events, and storm siren testing, along with many other things. We have more information on the murder-suicide that happened in Lincoln County on Friday. It happened around 4 o'clock in the afternoon Friday, where Kentucky State Police say 51-year-old Jamie Fowler was shot by 52-year-old Stephen Hyder before Hyder then shot and killed himself. While Kentucky State Police continues their investigation, we are learning more details. Reports say that Lincoln County Sheriff's Office was called to that home the Sunday before that incident happened, but when they got on scene, they said there was no sign of physical abuse, and they were told it was just an argument. They say that Fowler told them she was planning on moving out of that home. That happened just days before that shooting. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Love gets better with
time's running out, and February 14th is Valentine's Day and the most romantic, sweetest day of the year. B&L Diamond Jewelers knows what you need. You can get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder with your mailer coupon and get $50 off $200 purchase. Get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder with a box of chocolates with your mailer coupon. Get $125 off for $500 purchase. Or get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder, box of chocolates, and Valentine's card with your mailer coupon. Or you can get $250 off a $1,000 purchase. Coupons are available for the savings only at B&L Diamond Jewelers. Or you can get her a Love and Silver and CZ ring for just $89 or necklace for just $99. How about getting her a pendant engraved with "You've Captured My Heart" as low as $119? Stop by for more incredible buys. Make this Valentine's Day unforgettable with a beautiful gift of fine jewelry from B&L Diamond Jewelers, Danville Manor Shopping Center.
Danville Christian Academy provides the type of schooling that appeals to many families. If it's something that appeals to your family, you probably already know the positive benefits of a faith-based school. But did you know that DCE's location north of Danville is only a few minutes away from Nicholasville, Wilmore, Harrodsburg, and Bergen? A quality, faith-based education in a unique campus setting is closer to home than you probably thought. Check them out at dcaky.org. Danville Christian Academy, engaging the truth, empowering the future.
Hey folks, Cliffhead Irvin with Irvin Group Realtors and Auctioneers in Lancaster. We proudly support our home team Lions on the field and off. If you are looking to buy, sell, or auction your property, no one sells it better. Our professional agents can help you navigate the home buying or selling process while taking the stress off of you. Follow us on Facebook or visit us at irvingroup.com.
The Irvin Group Realtors and Auctioneers. No one sells it better.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our good friends over at Coel Collision Center. Here in Danville, they're on Lebanon Road. After a wreck, tell the tow truck driver, take your vehicle over to the experts, Brent and Devin, at Coel Collision Center, Lebanon Road, right here in Danville. Increasing clouds, a high today 65, a low tonight 56. Wind blows in some rain, maybe tonight, especially tomorrow night, though, but tomorrow afternoon. Sunny and 73 as the high. Rain showers tomorrow night into Thursday, but 67 is the high on Thursday. We don't get that cold weather in here until Friday, where you may see some snow showers on Friday morning. So from 73 on Wednesday to the chance of snow on Friday. Right now it's 7:39. It's 36 degrees. Jay Hetmansberger, what's going on with Jay this morning?
Well, happy Valentine's Day to you.
Yes, happy Valentine's Day to you, Jay. What have you done for the loved ones in your life, Jay? Did you make something? Did you buy something? Do you have some dinner reservations? What's Jay's Valentine's Day plans?
Well, I hate to disappoint you, but us and the kids probably will go out to eat somewhere tonight.
There you go. That's not disappointing at all, Jay. You go out to eat with the kids. That is a great day. It's a great way to spend the day.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
I'll join you, Jay. Where are you going?
Well, I haven't decided yet. Probably Applebee's.
Applebee's is a good place to go. They got those endless wings as well. They got great boneless wings at Applebee's. Don't sleep on the boneless wings there.
Oh, they do, and I like
yes.
the barbecued ribs.
There you go. You've already got your menu figured out, Jay. Your palate is set for tonight.
I think it is.
Yeah. So Jay's on here with the County Agent's Corner. It's brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Here's Jay Hetmansberger.
And good morning, everyone, and welcome to the County Agent's Corner. This program is brought to you each weekday at this time as a service of the Boyle, Garrett, Lincoln, and Mercer County UK Agriculture Extension Agents. I am Jay Hetmansberger, UK Agriculture Agent in Garrett County. This morning's topic is starting plants from seed at home. Germinating and growing vegetable and flower seeds until they are ready to be planted in the garden will save you money and give great satisfaction. A variety of systems can be used for starting transplants. These systems should provide an ideal environment for both seed germination and plant growth. They should also be dependable when seeding a variety of plants and give consistent results. The germination medium should be well drained and well aerated. relatively low in fertilizer and other toxic chemicals, and sterile. Since relatively little medium is needed for seed germination, it may be best to consider purchasing a commercially packaged growing medium from a garden supply store or greenhouse operator. The container used for seed germination may vary, but it should have certain characteristics. It should be 2 to 3 inches deep and sterile, and should have holes in the bottom for drainage as well as for water uptake. The germination medium should be damp before it is placed in the container. Fill the container to within a half inch of the rim. Seeds should be scattered uniformly across the surface or sown in rows at the rate of 10 to 20 seeds per square inch. You may choose to give each seed more space depending on the size of the seed, the length of time small transplants will be left in the container. Seeds sown too thick will result in excessive competition among plants and spindly growth. Small seeds such as petunia and snapdragon should be left uncovered. Cover larger seeds with a thin layer of germination medium. Then spatial needs regarding light, dark treatments should be stated on the seed packet. And that's today's County Agent's Corner, and it's been my pleasure to be your host. I am Jay Hetmansberger, UK Agriculture Agent in Garrett County. Hope you have a nice day and a prosperous year down on the farm.
Look at J. Hetmansberger in the County Agent's Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. All right, Jay, before you go, I've got some random facts that you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. Jay, are you ready?
We are sure ready.
All right, good, Jay. Fact number 1, according to a study out of Harvard, adults spend as much as 47% of their lives, their waking lives, letting their minds wander. Now, during that time, they'll promise they're listening, but they're definitely not. 47% of our waking lives, Jay, we let our minds wander.
Really? We're daydreaming.
Daydreaming. Sometimes, Jay, and you can probably agree with this as a man, and I heard a stand-up comedian talk about this before, and I never put 2 and 2 together, but when I heard it, I said, he is so true. Us guys can let our minds wander, but think about absolutely nothing. Have you had that happen to you? Like, my wife will be like, what are you thinking about? And I'll be like, nothing.
Nothing.
And she'll be like, no,
yeah.
you can't think
yeah.
about nothing. I'm like, Rebecca, you have no idea what this mind is capable of. It is full of nothing a lot of the time. I mean, you've seen how stupid I can be. So, I mean, you know that there's a whole lot of nothing going on up here.
No, I'll agree with you on that one. Yeah.
Number 2, softball was originally called kitten ball. Kitten ball. Now, I'm glad they named that softball. Softball, baseball, instead of baseball and kitten ball, yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Number 3, the Spice Girls were originally going to be called Touch. The name of their group was going to be Touch instead of Spice Girls. And their 5th member was a woman named Melanie Coloma, not Victoria Beckham. Instead, Victoria Beckham became their 5th member. They became known as the Spice Girls, and the rest is history, as they say.
Really?
Yeah.
That was a nice change. So.
Number 4, in the 1930s, before the breathalyzer was invented, police used something called the drunkometer, or the drunkometer. It was a huge device that required a person to blow into a balloon. And alas, the Chinese spy balloon was born. That's what that was. People in China, they're blowing into the drunkometer there in China, and they blew it the size of 2 school buses, and it floated across the United States. That's what happened. Yeah. And number 5, Arby's was the first fast food chain to ban smoking in its locations back in 1994. I remember even as a kid, Jay, going into certain restaurants, and there were smoking sections and non-smoking sections, and I don't know if that's even allowed now. Maybe some country restaurants still allow it, but like the whole restaurant, of course, it's not like the smoke just stays in one section, so the whole restaurant smelled like smoke, and it was just part of life, right? Like, you just walked in, you ate your dinner.
It was, yeah.
It's not like it was convenient, but what could you do about it? People wanted to smoke, and so they smoked, and that was that.
I've actually got an old aluminum foil ashtray from Burger King.
Yeah.
The tables had,
the ashtrays and the tables.
Ashtrays
yeah, that's exactly right. I never thought about that. Yeah, but you look at that, and ashtrays on restaurant tables, people smoked, and that was just the way things were then.
That's just the way it was, yeah.
There you go. Jay Hetmansberger, County Agent's Corner. Jay, you enjoy those barbecue ribs tonight, okay?
I'll do it.
All right, Jay. Talk to you later. Bye. Jay Hetmansberger from the Garrett County Extension Office. 7:46 in the morning. We're talking with Jenny Holland from the Danville City Commission. She's updating us on yesterday's City Commission meeting. Coming Coming up next.
Hi, this is Rhonda Reeves at Southern Plate Catering. We are located at 126 Church Street. We are celebrating 12 years in the catering business and 5 years in our cafe. We are open Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. We have an everyday menu with daily specials. And here's Hannah Helmers to tell you about her favorite burger on our everyday menu.
You gotta try our Kentucky Bourbon Glaze Burger. 5 ounces of beef, provolone cheese, 2 crispy slices of bacon, and topped with our house-made Kentucky Bourbon Glaze. Served with our famous seasoned fries and our signature fry sauce. Only at Southern Plate Cafe. Come and see me.
And here's Sydney Medley to tell us about our family meals that are offered Monday through Friday.
Family meals are offered for after work. We have feed six and single meals for empty nesters or people who just don't want to cook. Pickups are 4 to 6. Come down and see me. Call us at 859-319-3444.
Folks, the door is always open 11 to 2, Monday through Friday. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and SouthernPlateCatering.com.
Dine in or family pickup only at Southern Plate Cafe and Catering, Church Street, Danville.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi. Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Hello, this is Alan Martin, loan officer at Whitaker Bank in downtown Danville. Home values are at an all-time high, which means it's the perfect time to look into a home equity loan. Whitaker Bank can help you turn the equity in your home into a line of credit that could allow you to finally do those repairs you put off, or to provide peace of mind knowing you have the funds available for an emergency. Call me at 859-236-9822. That's 859-236-9822, and together we'll find just the right loan for you. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or 2 or 3 or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Yeah, it's brought to you by Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at 315 Delahaye Street and call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299. 236-2299. That is Danville Auto Body Shop. Increasing clouds. A high today 65. A low tonight 56. Sunshine tomorrow. High of 73. Windy day tomorrow night. Storms, rain showers blow in Thursday. 67 is the high. It's 7:49 in the morning. Jenny Holland. We got to address her appropriately as Mayor Pro Tem. City Commissioner Jenny Holland.
Good morning,
What's going
Joe.
on with Jenny? Yeah, Mayor Pro Tem. And glad to have you here in studio with us, Jenny. And you had a city commission meeting last night. I talked with you a little bit beforehand. You said there was a lot on the agenda, but not a whole lot of really exciting stuff. But there's some things I think that you've picked out that people may find some interest in. And so we'll kind of give you the floor and let us know what happened last night.
Sure, I'll pick out a few things the citizens might find interesting. A lot of my citizens have been asking about Boffman Avenue.
Yeah.
And
a sidewalk project or something there,
right? A
right?
sidewalk project, yeah. And the engineer said he's going to meet with neighbors again, and they're looking at putting a sidewalk on one side.
Okay.
Because a lot of people walk down that road, and it's very dangerous. And he was working on a grant. There's grants available. So win-win, and there'll be another meeting. Wow. I lived on Lisa Avenue, and even walk that way sometimes. And it's been, 30 years that, people have been really wanting this. So I'm glad the city's making a move on this.
Yes,
this is
good.
great. They had talks about water bills. Fun. I'm doing better with my bill now that I know it's due the 10th of every month.
Yes, I expect it now.
Yes.
The 10th of every single month. Yeah, and we know this is how much pretty much it's going to be. Yeah.
Right. And you can still bring your check in, fill out a form, get it auto-deducted. But Mr. Marshall was explaining in a few months, they're going to give people time instead of sending a delinquent little card. They found that it works better having the telecalls.
Okay.
So that's going to start in a while. But now's a good time to get the best number to them.
Okay.
He said. So
if you're late on your water bill, they would call you and say, hey, or a robocall, here is your reminder that your bill for $87 and something like that.
Right,
Okay.
and that actually works a lot better, and the calls will be earlier, so, that'll be great for the citizens. But that was a good time to make sure, hey, what number do they have?
Okay.
Let's make sure it's my newest phone number and not my old one.
Yeah.
So, I guess a good reminder about Black History Month race on February 25th.
Yes, that's at Millennium Park.
Millennium Park, 10 a.m. So I like that time to start. It won't be as cold.
Yeah.
Benefits Salvation Army locally.
Great.
So still time to sign up, or you could, show up. Is a walk in or run.
Good.
I'll be walking.
You'll be walking, be people
I'll be
running, be
walking.
people walking. So that'll be Saturday, February 25th. That's the first Black History Month 5K that we've ever had, if I've read correctly, here in Danville. So that's a pretty cool event, pretty cool idea, and to do it there that last Saturday of the month, as you said, 10 o'clock in the morning, early enough to where you can get out and participate and go about your afternoon proceedings after that. So
That's
good
right.
idea. Yeah.
You could even do the 1 mile walk. If you have my daughter, she has a little baby stroller, and they're going to go take the 1 mile walk.
Good.
So everybody can participate.
Yeah.
Right now, there's over 100 people signed up, but we
Awesome.
want more.
Good.
So last item, I'm sure Kendall Clinton shared, the CVB is doing some really great stuff. If you have employees or if you're a frontline worker, they're going to offer a free training for frontline workers for hospitality to let them know what there is to do in Danville. Because a lot of people visit and they'll ask their server or somebody at the front desk, hey, what can I do? And that, this will train the frontline workers. Hey, this is what we got going on.
Interesting. So those people who are in the quote-unquote service department, maybe, who are at restaurants, hotel guests that come in and say, hey, I'm here for the weekend, or I'm here for this or that. What is there to do to pass the time over the weekend? And those people, since they've been through the training, can respond, hey, this, and this.
Exactly.
Good idea.
So, can I give you the phone number?
Yes, go ahead.
Sure, but you contact the Convention Visitors Bureau. It's 859-618-6667. So one more time, 618-6667.
Okay.
And several of us are going to also plan to attend. I have employees. I'm going to see if we can have some employees attend.
Yeah.
So this is great. It's free.
Yeah.
But you do have to sign up ahead of time because it's 3 hours, and I think they just need to know for some materials and food and that type of thing.
Good stuff. Jenny, a couple questions. I know there have been discussions about the location of the new pool. Any updates on that? Are you all still feeling out different areas?
There's going to be a workshop specifically on that.
Okay.
Yes, to get even in more detail about the Jenny Rogers location and costs versus other options.
Yes.
It's going to look at budget.
Okay.
Yep.
And then secondly, speaking of the Jenny Rogers location, I don't think we got to talk about Boyle County Schools opening up daycare, not daycare, is that right? Preschool, daycare? Preschool? Yeah, not daycare.
There
preschool.
was it was in the paper, a preschool lease agreement, first with the city and then the schools, but it's for everybody.
Okay, good.
It's for all of Danville.
Good.
It's not
just for Boyle County
and
those in the district. I mean, obviously, Jenny Rogers is a former Danville school that is right in the heart of the Danville School District, so it's going to serve everybody in that area, but it's just going to be operated by Boyle County Schools?
That they're just operating.
Okay.
Yes, so it's going to be welcome to everyone. Such a big need.
Yeah.
Early childhood.
Yeah.
Child care and education.
Yeah.
So very, very group effort to, big group effort to make that happen.
Do we have an update on the streetscape project, how that's going, or any idea of when that's going to come to a conclusion? I know they're working hard, and traffic can get really congested there downtown off of 4th Street and Main Street and all of that. Is there any update on that?
My paper says they said June 1st. It's always been June 1st.
So it's still that same deadline that they've got, which is coming up. I mean, it's already February, right? We're midway through February, so June 1st is going to be here.
Be strong, hang in there. It's going to be great when it's finished, but it's still scheduled for June 1st. Really with brass band and everything, they want things cleaned up and
ready to be presentable and ready for the town to get dancing to brass band music.
We can all celebrate. Can all celebrate.
It's going to be like a dual celebration, the end of Streetscape and the Brass Band Festival. A dual type thing that weekend.
Everyone has been great.
Yes.
Everybody's been great.
Good stuff. Jenny, appreciate you being on and updating your constituents and those people in the city of Danville. If people have any questions for you or any of the city commissioners or for Mayor Atkins, how can they get in touch with you all?
We each have an email, first initial, last name. Mine's jholland@danvilleky.gov. And every single commissioner, it's first initial, last name, danvilleky.gov. You can call all of us, too, at City Hall, 238-1200, and leave a message. You can leave a letter, everything. You can reach everybody there. So we'd like to hear from you.
There you go. And the next city commission meeting will be scheduled for, I guess, Monday the 27th. Is that right?
Yep. Second and fourth Monday, 2:30. We're open to the public, and there's time for the public to speak, too. So we hope to see more people.
So we'll have Jenny back in studio 2 weeks from today, February the 28th, at about 7:50 or so in the morning. Now, it's Valentine's Day, Jenny, so does Tim have something big planned for you?
Well, we actually got married a week after, and
So your anniversary's next week?
We always save the big one for the week after.
So Tim, you still got a week to go, man. Tim's lucky. He has a week to continue planning.
I do expect a pre-anniversary gift, though.
There you go, Tim. A little hint for you. She expects some sort of pre-anniversary gift. I know a couple of great places they can go to get some great gifts here in town. Great chocolate-covered strawberries. The Parthenon's got some. I know you love the Parthenon. Great restaurant. Jimmy was in studio yesterday, and they celebrated their 1-year anniversary there in the Greenleaf Shopping Center yesterday. So shout out to them. Jenny, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again in a couple of weeks, okay? 7:58 in the morning. We are 2 minutes away from our top hour news here on The Joe Show.
At Subtle Street Care, we salute the beauty of the great outdoors. And for those times when the great outdoors isn't so beautiful, you don't have to worry. At Subtle Tree Care, we do it all. We help protect your trees from damage in high winds and storms, even tree and stump removal, land clearing, brush trimming. Let Subtle Tree Care take a look at your property. If there's a tree that could be a problem, we'll let you know and take care of it before the problem happens. At Subtle Tree Care, you get the best for less. Affordable, expert tree and brush trimming, cabling to reduce stress damage on your tree from high winds, weight from ice and snow, and heavy foliage. At Subtle Street Care, we're your neighbors. We live here. We're a licensed, insured, locally owned business. A family that's been taking care of your land for over 30 years. The great outdoors. It's beautiful. At Subtle Street Care, we can help you keep it that way. Visit SuttleStreetCare.com and let's take care of your trees and property before there's a problem. Subtle Street Care. Get the best for less.
I'm Katie George, and if you want to save a bunch of Benjamins, then don't miss the President's Day sales event at Cartown Kia.
Lease the 2023 Kia Forte for just $299 down and $299 per month.
And if you take home over $350 a week, we have lenders that want to approve you. Save a bunch of Benjamins at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2023 Kia Forte, $299 down, $299 per month, 2566 due, assigned 36 monthly, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, docket, acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer and an option. See dealer for details. Offer expires February 28th.
Alrighty, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. We've got top hour news coming your way next on The Joe Show. We've got Randy Graham, we've got Georgia from the library, we've got James the Gardener all coming on here next.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. A survivor of the 2021 Oxford High School shooting is among the students at Michigan State University terrorized by a mass shooting last night. Andrea Ferguson says her daughter had only been on campus for less than a month and says the family never expected to experience 2 school shootings.
It was like reliving Oxford all over again. It was surreal. It was the phone call, the word shooting, shooter. It was surreal.
She says her daughter was across campus getting onto a bus when she began getting texts about the shooting. Ferguson called it surreal to have to worry about this and know exactly what to do. 3 people were killed, 5 others injured. The gunman later took his own life when confronted by police. Michigan State University is canceling all activities on campus, including all sporting events, for the next 48 hours following the shooting. The news affects the Spartans men's basketball game against Minnesota on Wednesday and men's tennis, which was scheduled to host Drake. Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley has announced her run for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination. She made the announcement in a video this morning. Haley served as United Nations ambassador during the first 2 years of the Trump administration. Efforts are underway to recover debris from the high-altitude object shot down over Alaska, Canada, and Michigan.
The objects in Alaska and Canada are in pretty remote terrain, ice and wilderness, all of that making it difficult to find them in winter weather.
National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby said officials are trying to locate them, noting the object shot down near Lake Huron may now lie in deep water. He said officials are still trying to determine what they are, where they came from, and their capabilities. He added they were different from the Chinese surveillance balloon that moved over the U.S. earlier this month. On Wall Street before the opening bell, stock futures are inching higher. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Technology allows drones to deliver pizza. Here's mine now.
Approaching drop zone.
But to deliver powerful insights that are on target, you need more than technology. You need CDW to help transform and manage your IT environment with a Dell technology solution that lets you slice your data any way you want to accelerate innovation.
Delivering. Don't forget to tip.
Dell Technologies makes data-driven insights possible. CDW makes it powerful. Learn more at cdw.com/Dell Data Center.
Doors take us to summers away or winter adventures and afternoon getaways. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors by working with you on a comprehensive plan to help you reach your wealth's full potential. Because doors were meant to be opened. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimum supply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
At least one person is dead from head injuries suffered when a man driving a U-Haul ran over 8 people in Brooklyn and New York City on Monday morning. Mark Mayfield with more.
The other 7 victims are listed in stable condition. The suspect has a criminal record in Nevada. He has at least 4 previous arrests and a history of mental illness. While in custody, he allegedly told police he wanted to die. Investigators say the suspect rented the U-Haul in Florida last month and was arrested for reckless driving on his way to New York. I'm Mark Mayfield.
2 winter storms have as many as 26 states under weather alerts. Meteorologists say the first storm could bring a foot of snow to parts of Colorado, Oregon, and Washington. A second storm is expected to bring severe weather from the south to the Ohio Valley. A hearing on the impact of a cryptocurrency market crash will be held today. The Senate Banking Committee hearing comes 2 months after the collapse of crypto exchange FTX. South Carolina Republican Senator Tim Scott, ranking member on the committee, has made creating a crypto regulatory framework as one of his top priorities. Americans are expected to spend nearly $26 billion on Valentine's Day this year. Trey Thomas with more.
That's one of the highest amounts to date, up from nearly $24 billion last year. The National Retail Federation estimates that shoppers will spend an average of just over $192 per person on gifts. I'm Trey Thomas.
The viewership numbers for this year's Super Bowl are in, and they are huge. Brian Shook reports.
Fox Sports says 113 million people watched the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Philadelphia Eagles in Arizona on Sunday, making it the most watched Super Bowl in 6 years. The network that aired the big game also noted that Super Bowl 57 ranks as the 3rd most watched TV show ever. Rihanna's halftime performance drew an average of more than 118 million viewers.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Hi, Hi, this is Rhonda Reeves at Southern Plate Catering. We are located at 126 Church Street. We are celebrating 12 years in the catering business and 5 years in our cafe. We are open Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. We have an everyday menu with daily specials. And here's Hannah Helmers to tell you about her favorite burger on our everyday menu.
You gotta try our Kentucky Bourbon Glazed burger. 5 ounces of beef, provolone cheese, 2 crispy slices of bacon, and topped with our house-made Kentucky Bourbon Glaze. Served with our famous seasoned fries and our signature fry sauce. Only at Southern Plate Cafe. Come and see me.
And here's Sydney Medley to tell us about our family meals that are offered Monday through Friday.
Family meals are offered for after work. We have feed 6 and single meals for empty nesters or people who just don't want to cook. Pickups are 4 to 6. Come down and see me. Call us at 859-319-3444.
Folks, the door is always open 11 to 2, Monday through Friday. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and SouthernPlateCatering.com.
Dine in or family pickup only at Southern Plate Cafe and Catering, Church Street, Danville.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Be a better recycler. Learn what you can take to the Boyle County Convenience Centers and Recycling Center. Download the new free app, Boyle County Recycling, for Apple and Android phones. The app features the Waste Wizard, where you can search any item and what to do with it. Also, play the sorting game. Download the app and be a better recycler for Boyle County.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Hi, this is Jenny, local owner of the Danville Nutrition Center, and we are making room for new products by clearancing out overstocked items. Save 20 to 40% off on select vitamins, herbs, and health and beauty products. We currently have hundreds of sale items, but it's while supplies last, so stop by the Nutrition Center soon to save. We are conveniently located at 802 South 4th Street, Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. After what they're calling an increase in overnight thefts, Danville Police is asking people to protect themselves with what's called the 9 p.m. routine. That 9 p.m. routine includes locking your house, windows, garage, gates, and sheds, turning on exterior lights and alarm systems, and bringing in valuables from your car, yards, and patios. Danville Police say while they're always out on patrol, they can't be everywhere at all times, and that the 9 p.m. routine is a good way to protect yourself. The city of Lancaster has entered into a contract to help them with their sewer plant. The Garrett County Central Record reports that a belt press of the sewer plant has broken. When water is filtered at the sewer treatment plant, it goes through a belt press before it then goes through filtration. While a new machine has been ordered, Lancaster had to do something in the meantime to get rid of the solids the machine has been collecting. The Central Record reports that the city of Lancaster needed to rid themselves of solids every 10 to 15 days at a cost of $30,000 each time, until that new machine comes in. There was also concern that if they didn't act quickly, the company offering the services could have moved on elsewhere. The city says the money was not the issue and that they had the money to pay for the services that are needed for this time and entered into a contract with H&A Resources. That's a company that specializes in Lancaster's need. H&A is a Versailles-based company. Boyle County's fiscal court will have their regular scheduled meeting this morning. It's a busy agenda, which includes updates from Nikki Kincaid from the Art Center of the Bluegrass, Danville School Superintendent Dr. Greg Ross, Boyle County Jailer Brian Wooford, and Boyle County Sheriff Taylor Bottom, who will present on a school resource deputy. It's today at 9 o'clock in the morning at the courthouse. Following that meeting and a brief lunch break, magistrates will again convene and hear from all county departments on their goals, needs, and priorities for the county. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
Time's running out, and February 14th is Valentine's Day and the most romantic, sweetest day of the year. B&L Diamond Jewelers knows what you need. You can get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder with your mailer coupon and get $50 off $200 purchase. Get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder with a box of chocolates with your mailer coupon. Get $125 off for $500 purchase. Or get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder, box of chocolates, and Valentine's card with your mailer coupon. Or you can get $250 off a $1,000 purchase. Coupons are available for the savings only at B&L Diamond Jewelers. Or Or you can get her a Love and Silver and CZ ring for just $89 or necklace for just $99. How about getting her a pendant engraved with "You've Captured My Heart" as low as $119? Stop by for more incredible buys. Make this Valentine's Day unforgettable with a beautiful gift of fine jewelry from B&L Diamond Jewelers, Danville Manor Shopping Center.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
All right, got caught up talking in that commercial break. It's brought to you by Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at 315 Delahaye. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299. 236-2299 for Danville Auto Body Shop. Increasing clouds today, a high of 65, a low tonight 56. Sunshine tomorrow, high of 73. Thursday, breezy, windy day. And rain showers as well. Right now, it's 8:11 in the morning. It's 37 degrees. The wind chill feels like 32. And Georgia from the library joins us this morning. Good morning, Georgia. How are you?
I am doing great. How are you today, Joe?
Oh, doing great. I was just talking during that commercial break, Georgia, about the state of affairs for our great city. We're figuring out all the problems here for the great city of Danville.
Well, that's a wonderful way to spend a Tuesday morning. I'm so glad.
Now, I didn't say we're figuring out solutions to the problems, but we're figuring out the problems themselves. Oh, that's the problem. Okay. I don't have the solutions, but I know what the problems are.
All right, so a clarification.
I can tell you one thing that we do have that's great. We have many great things here in Danville, but I've mentioned before, Georgia, asking other people from other areas that work at other libraries, the Mercer County Library, for example. I'll say, I asked Robin Eisen from the Mercer Library one time when I was on WHBN, can you give us some other libraries you've been in that you enjoy, that you love? And she said the Boyle County Public Library is a beautiful facility. So you talk about things that we can hang our hat on. We do have a great library here in town, don't we?
Oh, I just love hearing that. Thank you so much. And, Robin Eisen and the Mercer County Library, they have a wonderful place over there with so many good things going on. We're blessed with a lot of good libraries here in central Kentucky.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Good stuff. Georgia, what do we got going on in our great library this week?
Well, we've got a little bit of everything. It's a well-balanced week. Bit of work and a little bit of fun. So we'll get the work out of the way first. It is tax season, and so the library is helping out by having partners with who have tax expertise that are in the library. So get your pencils ready. Here is the information you need. If you need some assistance, and it's free assistance in preparation of taxes, you can do that on Tuesdays at the library by contacting AARP. And the number to get your appointment is 859-374-0489. Now, if Saturday is the day you need to get that work done, you can contact the United Way VITA program, and that is a simple phone call to 211. That tax preparation help is going on now through the end of tax season in mid-April. So call, get your appointment. There's some great resources out there from AARP and United Way VITA. Now, you can also have some fun this week at the library. Tonight, of course, it's Valentine's Day, and we are offering some movie nights. So if you want to have a little bit of fun at the end of a work day, starting at 5:30, we have 2 different movies going on for the teens. We've got a teen interactive movie, and because of licensing rules, we can't give the title, but this is a classic film from 1987 where a farm boy goes on a quest to find his true love. Also at 5:30 for family movie night, we've got a new release film that is all about a journey to deliver a love song. So 5:30 tonight at the library. If you just want to enjoy a little time with the person you love, come to the movies. Now, later this week, we are really happy. We're looking forward to Thursday because Thursday afternoon at 4 o'clock is the annual meeting of our Friends of the Library organization. They do amazing work. They help the library staff every single day. So we are always happy to celebrate and honor our friends of the library. There are going to be door prizes. There's refreshments. You're going to hear a lot of information about the great things that have happened in the past year and great things that are on the horizon. So join us on Thursday afternoon at 4 o'clock to celebrate the Friends of the Library. So there's a lot going on this week. When you're downtown Danville out enjoying the spring weather, stop by the library.
There you go, Georgia with the library. Georgia, appreciate you being on. People have any questions, how can they get in touch with you and the staff there?
All right. You can give us a call, 238-7323. That's 238-READ. You can stop by. We're open until 5:30 Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We're open until 8 Tuesday and Thursday, and we're here on Saturday from 10 to 5. Take a look at our Facebook page, BoylePubLib.org on our website, or Facebook is the Boyle County Public Library. So lots of ways to get in touch with us.
There you go. Georgia, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again next Tuesday, and I hope you have a very happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, happy Valentine's Day and a great week. We'll see you soon.
You too, Georgia. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Georgia DeRuccia, Boyle County Public Library. And tell you what Robin Eisen from the Mercer Library said was right. What great facilities we have here. There on Broadway for the Boyle County Public Library. It's 8:16 in the morning. We got Randy-isms queued up. Randy's going to be in studio. The thoughts of Randy Graham and Randy Graham's thoughts right after this.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Alabama has taken over the #1 spot in the men's AP Top 25 this week. The Crimson Tide is followed by Houston and Purdue. Tennessee fell to 10th. In the women's top 25, South Carolina's again a unanimous #1. LSU fell to 5th after losing to the Gamecocks. Men's top 25 action last night. Texas Tech upset #6 Texas 74-67. 9th-ranked Baylor defeated West Virginia 79-67. And #15 Miami topped North Carolina 80-72. Hometown Radio has high school hoops on the air tonight as Danville Christian Academy entertains Boyle County. The girls play at 6, followed by the boys around 7:30 on Z105. Both games stream at hometownlive.net. Last night in girls action, it was Danville 74, North Hardin 54, Garrett County 45, Model 40, Mercer County 50, Pulaski County 41, and Wayne County 55, Lincoln County 52 in overtime. This is the last week of the regular season in high school basketball. District tournaments begin around the state February 20th. Hometown Radio will bring you action from the girls and boys 45th districts. Kentucky's on the road again tomorrow night as they visit Mississippi State. Tip-offs at 8:30 on Z105. 4 Kentucky football players have been invited to the NFL Combine in Indianapolis. Quarterback Will Levis, running back Chris Rodriguez, lineman Tayshawn Manning, and defensive back Carrington Valentine will be in Indy February 28th through March 6th. NASCAR is going to be running full throttle this week in Daytona. Talk NASCAR tonight from 7 to 8 on WHIR FM 103.9. New Mexico State's men's basketball program has been halted for the remainder of the season after hazing allegations. Schools also placed the coaching staff on paid administrative leave until further notice. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Time's running out, and February 14th is Valentine's Day and the most romantic, sweetest day of the year. B&L Diamond Jewelers knows what you need. You can get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder with your mailer coupon and get $50 off $200 purchase. Get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder with a box of chocolates with your mailer coupon. Get $125 off a $500 purchase. Or get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder, box of chocolates, and Valentine's card with your mailer coupon. Or you can get $250 off a $1,000 purchase. Coupons are available for the savings only at B&L Diamond Jewelers. Or you can get her a Love and Silver and CZ ring for just $89 or necklace for just $99. How about getting her a pendant engraved with "You've Captured My Heart" as low as $119? Stop by for more incredible buys. Make this Valentine's Day unforgettable with a beautiful gift of fine jewelry from B&L Diamond Jewelers, Danville Manor Shopping Center.
dirt racer Kenny Wallace. The dirt race is back at Bristol in 2023, and once again, it's a night race. It's the Food City Dirt Race, 7 p.m. on Sunday, April 9th. I want to see all my die-hard NASCAR and dirt racing fans there, so get your tickets today. Remember, this isn't just any old dirt race. It's a dirt race at Bristol, baby.
Danville's deal maker, Bob Allen.
New Jeeps cost less at Bob Allen Motor Mall. Hi, I'm John Welsh. During the President's Day sales event, save on remaining new 22 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4XEs. Now Bob Allen priced up to $12,785 off. Stock number C22805. Bob Allen, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Well, thank you, Rebecca. Brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Call Mark or Chris. They would just love to give you a free quote. Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance. Increasing clouds later on today. Right now, it's clear. It's sunny. 65 is the high today. Tomorrow, 73 is the high. Rain showers move in here Wednesday night into Thursday. Thursday, 67, but it definitely cools us down. The rain does for Friday, where 38's the high. Yikes. Right now it's 8:21. It's 36 degrees, and Randy Graham is in studio. The thoughts of Randy Graham. These are Randy Graham's thoughts.
Good morning, Sir Joe in the Know, and what another great day it is to get up and get at 'em. February the 14th, Joe, Valentine's Day. Of course, no one would have to remind a love-struck romantic like you and Radio Rick that today was that special day, you victims of love. Yeah, 3 dates. One must always remember if you're a male by birth and not a liberal progressive Democrat pushing pronouns and sex changes, and that is your sweetheart's birthday, anniversary, and Valentine's Day. Now, my Uncle Ray, who was a confirmed bachelor, shared that it was also good to remember your sweetheart's dress size, which for me, just like algebra, never found much use for that bit of knowledge, except for the respect of both my uncle and my algebra teacher, John Kirby, at good old Boyle County High School Rebels, R-E-B-E-L-S, Rebels, for their other bits of wisdom they taught that I've used in life. Actually, outside of history, reading, writing, and arithmetic, it was Mr. Kirby's wife, Miss Kirby's boys' home ec class, that provided some of the most practical learning for everyday life. But you know, Joe, Valentine's Day really didn't start taking hold as we know it today in Americans' culture until about the mid to latter 1800s with Valentine's cards and flowers. And then the early 1900s when greeting card companies like Hallmark and the natural progression of young love and capitalism coming together to the delight of floral companies everywhere. And you know, remembering such dates really did come in handy in an amusing sort of way when, in the final stages of broken love, the attorney asking the date of marriage, and when my former mate's memory failed her, I was able to assist in providing that bit of information. To the amusement of the stenographer who looked up, caught my eye, smiled, and winked after providing the date. Ah, yes, love. But you know, Joe, I always remember Valentine's Day not because of it being that capitalist opportunity for us dudes to go out and spend our money on candy and flowers, but the fact it was dear old Dad's birthday. Yeah, that's right. Today, the Gipper is 94 years young. Happy birthday, dear old Dad. My high school teacher and basketball coach at good old Boyle County High School Rebels, emphasis on R-E-B-E-L-S, Rebels, for all you progressive left-leaning Looney Tunes whose ignorance and lack of historical perspective are in the favor of removing my alma mater's mascot's name. But Joe, Dad was born February the 14th, 1929, the date of the great St. Valentine's Day Massacre, when Al Capone had his rival gang of George Bugs Moran eliminated, and who at the age of 12 remembers listening with his father to the radio broadcast when Pearl Harbor was bombed, signifying our interest into World War II. And as such, I realize how fortunate I am to still have Dad, who remains an advisor and consultant or expert, so to say, for my siblings and I. Of course, my favorite definition of an expert is just a little spurt who lives far away when it comes to those dudes and dudettes that are hired by our city or county government to tell us how to live our lives and spend our money. However, Dad, knowing us from birth, really does act as an advisor and wise consultant with all his mental faculties, unlike our current president. You know, after retiring from the Department of Education and serving as a department head, he would later enter politics in his latter 60s, serving on different committees, including the House Education Committee up until his latter 70s, and could have stayed in that position as long as he wanted, having won by approximately 80% of the vote in his last race, but would choose not to run, but later serving as mayor in his 80s of the capital city, arguably winning re-election if he'd chosen to do so. But in part, I'm not a proponent of age limits on political offices, recently highlighted because of the cognitive decline of President Biden. No age is just a number. And when hearing recently a couple of prominent conservative radio commentators suggesting such, immediately thinking, boys, you haven't lived long enough, because as elders listening can attest, your outlook on life will change about every 10 years, to the point some current positions you now take, you will look back on with almost embarrassment because of your lack of experience and immaturity. And while without question we have today individuals serving in both Congress and state legislatures that are still, so to say, wet behind their ears, and why in the wisdom of our founding fathers they did not place an age limit on serving, but did wisely place an age requirement on when you could serve. For example, did you know one used to not be able to vote until they reached the age of 21? The age being dropped to 18 in part argued for people being able to serve in the military at 18. But some progressive Democrats today want to push the age back to 16 for political reasons, knowing through the liberal political arms of teachers' unions they have started indoctrinating our children instead of educating them, ensuring they graduate as a liberal. In the same way, we are allowing illegal immigration in the hope of mass amnesty that will produce new voters that will vote Democrat and thus forever keep Democrats in power. Yeah, if you're not following the money, follow the power, because one of the true facts of life is that people in power don't like giving it up, and as such will jump through all types of hoops in order to keep it. As exampled even here locally by our local Democrat Party, when those serving would resign early from their position in county government, like our county clerk or judge executive, in order to appoint their hand-picked successors, who would then have incumbency and name recognition, instead of allowing it to be a vote by we the people, power over the people. But age. What was it Winston Churchill said about voters? If you have a heart, by the time you turn 18, you'll be a liberal. And if you have a brain, by the time you turn 40, you'll be a conservative. And now we learn that the brain isn't fully developed until your mid-20s, while libs are pushing to lower the voting age to 16. No, you're not mentally developed to make a rational decision as to purchase cigarettes or alcohol until you're 21. But when it comes to voting on who will lead the government or determine gender and sex mutilation, the determination can happen in your teens. And why I previously shared, we have a lot in Congress and state legislatures who are still wet behind the ears and more interested in power than what is best for we the American people. But ironically, it's science that is proving that our founding fathers of the 1700s had more wisdom and understanding of life to not place an age limit on serving, but to place a minimum age on when one could serve. The problem we face today is what our forefathers warned us about, that in order for our government to last, it will require an informed populace. And unfortunately, due to the lack of civics being taught in our education establishments, due to the liberal arms of progressive Democrats, more interested in indoctrination and political power instead of education for an informed populace able to rationally think on their own, we get the likes of Senator John Fetterman of Pennsylvania and the buffoon in the balloon, President Joe Biden. But I'd rather risk that possibility than having an age limit. It's just that our founding fathers never thought people would not be as informed, and as such, we the people get the government we deserve by who we pick to serve. But you know, Joe, my dad never was one to highlight his age, and why, in part, I wish my classmates and others older a happy perpetual 29th birthday. As Dad explained in an interview on Channel 27 News when he was in his 80s serving as mayor of Frankfort, he said, when you get a certain age, some people, and I might add people who are inexperienced and unenlightened, but when you reach a certain age, some people have a tendency to put you in a box as to what you can or should be able to do. And Dad said, I don't want anyone putting me in a box. Wise words that we can all take as a lesson and reminder for the future from one of the few remaining survivors as to what has been called the greatest generation. Yeah, they were raised to have a different way of looking at things, a love and appreciation for being an American, and God's choice for their gender, an understanding of their country's history and a way of life, and why we should remember that when they were young, they utilized this philosophy to fight and save the world from tyranny. A lesson worth remembering for the ones we love and celebrate on this February the 14th, Valentine's Day.
There you go, Randy Graham. The thoughts of Randy Graham and Randy Graham's thoughts are on Tuesdays and Thursdays right here on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. It's 8:30 in the morning. Kentucky News Network gives us the bottom hour news. James the Gardener's on here, following that with some gardening tips.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Millions of dollars are going toward nonprofits in Daviess County. Governor Andy Beshear yesterday stopped in Owensboro and announced $4.6 million worth of funding for the organizations he said are building a brighter future for the community. 66 nonprofits will receive a portion of the money, which is coming from the governor's Nonprofit Assistance Fund. Meanwhile, Governor Beshear is releasing his tax returns. Beshear yesterday tweeted to make the announcement, saying he believes in transparency and open government. He added he and Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman are the only two statewide elected officials to have released their returns in each of the last 7 years. The governor is challenging others to do the same. An official with Louisville Water says the February 3rd train derailment in Northeast Ohio did result in the release of the chemical butyl acrylate into the Ohio River, but it's not at a level of concern for the area's drinking water.
We have an extensive monitoring network for organics detection in the Ohio River at various points all along the river basin, and that network is detecting low levels of chemicals associated with the release from the train derailment.
Water quality manager Chris Bobet adds the Ohio River's ecosystem will help degrade the chemicals as it travels downstream, and in the meantime, they'll continue monitoring the situation. A daycare worker in Murray faces charges for alleged child abuse. Police in the Callaway County City arrested Elgin Casey, who is suspected of biting a 4-year-old child last month. Officials say video footage caught the incident in which they were able to identify Casey, who was charged with assault and taken to jail. More information is expected soon. I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the
Hi, this is Rhonda Reeves at Southern Plate Catering. We are located at 126 Church Street. We are celebrating 12 years in the catering business and 5 years in our cafe. We are open Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. We have an everyday menu with daily specials. And here's Hannah Helmers to tell you about her favorite burger on our everyday menu.
You gotta try our Kentucky Bourbon Glaze burger. 5 ounces of beef, provolone cheese, 2 crispy slices of bacon, and topped with our house-made Kentucky Bourbon Glaze. Served with our famous seasoned fries and our signature fry sauce. Only at Southern Plate Cafe. Come and see me.
And here's Sydney Medley to tell us about our family meals that are offered Monday through Friday.
Family meals are offered for after work. We have feed six and single meals for empty nesters or people who just don't want to cook. Pickups are 4 to 6. Come down and see me. Call us at 859-319-3444.
Folks, the door is always open 11 to 2, Monday through Friday. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and SouthernPlateCatering.com.
Dine in or family pickup only at Southern Plate Cafe and Catering, Church Street, Danville.
Big changes are coming to the HVAC industry.
The minimum efficiency rating of equipment is increasing nationwide.
If your HVAC system is more than 8 years old, or if you would like a quote on upgrading your current system, call ADA Heating and Air.
Upgrading to a new, more efficient system now will save you money immediately on your utility bills and may qualify you for tax credits in 2023.
Call ADA Heating and Air for a free estimate.
ADA is on the way.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pam Fitzgerald Clark with Wedding Planning with Pam, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Boyle County High School has a National Merit Finalist. Wesley Allaham was recently selected as a National Merit Finalist. Allaham is one of 15,000 finalists out of the more than 1.5 million students who applied nationwide to enter the 2023 National Merit Scholarship Program. You have to have been a high school junior who then qualifies by taking the preliminary qualifying SAT test, which serves as an initial screen for program entries. By qualifying as a National Merit Finalist, Allaham represents less than 1% of all U.S. high school seniors and is one of the highest scoring entrants in Kentucky. Lancaster officially has a new fire chief. Saturday was the first day for Daniel Napier as the interim Lancaster City Fire Chief after former Chief Richard Sebastian announced his retirement. His last day was Friday. The Garrett Central Record says that Sebastian had served as a public servant for 53 years before his retirement. While Napier takes over as the Lancaster Fire Chief, Samantha Feldman will stay on as the Chief of Administration. Garrett County also has a new emergency management agency director. The Garrett Central Record reports that Wanda Shelton has been named the new EMA director in Garrett County. She has nearly 28 years in public service between her role in law enforcement and with Garrett County EMS. Emergency management agencies help coordinate events during major emergencies, and Garrett County's EMA also helps in search and rescue, weather events, and storm siren testing, along with many other things. We have more information on the murder-suicide that happened in Lincoln County on Friday. It happened around 4 o'clock in the afternoon Friday, where Kentucky State Police say 51-year-old Jamie Fowler was shot by 52-year-old Stephen Hyder before Hyder then shot and killed himself. While Kentucky State Police continues their investigation, we are learning more details. Reports say that Lincoln County Sheriff's Office was called to that home the Sunday before that incident happened, but when they got on scene, they said there was no sign of physical abuse, and they were told it was just an argument. They say that Fowler told them she was planning on moving out of that home. That happened just days before that shooting. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Time's running out, and February 14th is Valentine's Day and the most romantic, sweetest day of the year. B&L Diamond Jewelers knows what you need. You can get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder with your mailer coupon and get $50 off $200 purchase. Get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder with a box of chocolates with your mailer coupon. Get $125 off a $500 purchase. Or get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder, box of chocolates, and Valentine's card with your mailer coupon. Or you can get $250 off a $1,000 purchase. Coupons are available with the savings only at B&L Diamond Jewelers. Or you can get her a Love in Silver and CZ ring for just $89 or a necklace for just $99. How about getting her a pendant engraved with "You've Captured My Heart" as low as $119? Stop by for more incredible buys. Make this Valentine's Day unforgettable with a beautiful gift of fine jewelry from B&L Diamond Jewelers, Danville Manor Shopping Center.
Join the club and be a recycler. Boyle County Convenience Centers and Recycling Center take plastic types with the numbers 1 and 2, like drink bottles, ketchup bottles, laundry detergent, milk jugs, rinsed out. Also cardboard and clean pizza boxes, no leftovers, paper and magazines, newspapers that are dry and never wet, metal food cans and electronics. Sorry, no TVs or glass. Put that in the trash. Drop these items off at the Boyle County Convenience Centers and Recycling Center.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. High school basketball Tuesday night as Boyle County is at DCA. 6 o'clock for the girls' game. The boys' game will follow on C105 WRNZ FM. Wednesday night, Mississippi State at Kentucky. The Cats trying to get back in the win column. 7 o'clock pregame, 8:30 tip-off on Z105 WRNZ FM. And all games streamed live online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky WIMAX.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at the Big Deals Online Store. Go to hometownlive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses and big-time discounts. Save up to 50% every single day. The Big Deals Online Store is at hometownlive.net. All right, increasing clouds this afternoon and going to get warmer. 65 degrees a high, low tonight, 56. Sunshine tomorrow, a high of 73, and Thursday you get showers, possibly a thunderstorm, and a high Thursday of 67. It's 8:39 in the morning right now. It is 41 degrees. Let's see what Pim's got in her mind today. Wedding planning with Pim.
Hi, I'm Pim Stewart Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. We're a funny bunch. While we want to be unique, plan our weddings our way, personalized and customized, we're still obsessed with doing some things the same way everyone else does. So if another couple goes into debt paying for an elaborate wedding, we're prepared to do the exact same thing. Before you pull out that handy-dandy credit card to pay for things you can't afford, I have 6 tips to help you develop a solid plan for protecting your financial future rather than using plastic to finance your wedding day over time. Number 1, don't let your parents go into debt because of your wedding. 2, you'll need money to start married life together, so don't blow it all on the wedding. 3. Talk about what you can and cannot afford before you start making definite plans. 4. Prioritize your wedding once, and you'll have an idea of where to focus your spending. 5. Creativity is the easiest way to save wedding costs. With ingenuity, you can save money on everything from dresses and photography to flowers and food. 6. Do you really need 6 bridesmaids, a maid of honor, 6 ushers, and a best man? By limiting your attendance to a maid of honor and best man, you can save considerably on flowers, entertainment, and gifts. My love note for today: ditch the multi-course wedding meal in favor of less costly brunch, luncheon, and dessert reception options.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering professional-grade industrial supplies, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My doctor told me my blood pressure is borderline. I figured I could worry about it or do something about it. So I took control with Garlic Healthy Blood Pressure Formula. It works safely and naturally to help maintain healthy blood pressure with a custom blend of garlic, vitamins, and minerals. And it's odor-free. I'm taking charge with Garlic Healthy Blood Pressure Formula.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville is honored to have served this community since 1972. They're excited to announce they are offering even more $5.99 lunch specials. Choose from Lee's 2-piece breast strip, 2-piece dark chicken, chicken slider, or a barbecue chicken sandwich. All specials come with a side of your choice along with a regular drink and an apple pie or cookie. Wednesday's Customer Appreciation Day. Come on in and ask for the Wednesday special. 3 pieces of Famous Crispy or strips, 2 sides of your choice, hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all $1 off the regular price. Don't feel like cooking tonight? Try one of their family meals. They come in options of 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece selections with your choice of sides. They specialize in catering, so if you need to cater a wedding, office party, funeral, birthday party, or any other special event, call them at 859-236-8777, 236-8777 for a free quote. Let them do all the work for you. They're located at 610 South 4th Street. Drive through or come on in. Lee's Famous Recipe, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years.
Hi, this is Jenny, local owner of the Danville Nutrition Center, and we are making room for new products by clearancing out overstocked items. Save 20 to 40% off on select vitamins, herbs, and health and beauty products. We currently have hundreds of sale items, but it's while supplies last, so stop by the Nutrition Center soon to save. We are conveniently located at 802 South 4th Street, Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Car Express Wash. Don't drive dirty.
Unlimited wash memberships are the best way to take care of your car. Save money and wash for as little as $1 a day at Car Express Wash. Free vacuums with every paid visit. Undercarriage blasters are available on all washes. Family plans, fleet accounts, veterans and first responder discounts. Ask about their discount and loyalty cards. Car Express Wash, Danville Bypass, Big Blue Building.
Car Express Wash. Don't drive dirty. Car Express Wash.
2 Phillies have just arrived in Hardee's in Junction City. The new Philly cheesesteak burrito or Philly cheesesteak thick burger, both will make your tongue slap your brain happy. Hardee's now serves breakfast until noon on Saturday and Sunday. Catch the new Phillies at Hardee's of Junction City on the corner of Shelby Street and 127. Eat like you mean it.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
8:45 in the morning. Got Dusty in here with a mouth full of donut. What's going on with Dusty today? Dusty, it's your turn to step up to the mic.
All right. I got in here right in time.
Yeah, let me turn you on the live stream here. What's going on with Dusty today?
We got to go to Center College today. We'll be up there hanging some speakers.
Okay.
Getting stuff ready for the mighty lacrosse game going on. And it's Valentine's Day. What did you get your wife? Does she know?
Yes.
Yet?
She did. I was frustrated with her yesterday.
Uh-oh. So you didn't get her anything today?
No. I was working. I was doing it yesterday. And she walked in while I was actively working on her gift, which she thought was like, oh, you're worried. This is sweet. But it wasn't sweet for me because, I'm trying to do a surprise, and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, right? So, I'm in the clear. She's never been home this late for lunch ever. Oh. She's not going to be home. And lo and behold, who walks home?
Right.
The one time she does at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the day before Valentine's Day when I'm working on her gift.
Did you, hear the garage door open, and you're like, what is that? And
yes.
you had to, scurry around?
No, I couldn't put everything up. It was all over the place. I mean,
what was it?
I did something similar, made something similar for my mom as well.
Okay.
And so my mom doesn't know, and she's probably listening.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you a picture of what I did here. You can take a look at that.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, look at you.
Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Man, and you did this yourself?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dude, everybody, we need to get Joe on the Great British Bake Off. I think that's our goal. Is just to have the first American be Joe Mathis.
Wildly underwhelmed.
No, I think
of all the great American bakers, they pick me, some random guy on the radio who's made a couple of meringue pies pretty good in his life.
That's supposed to be the thing. You're not supposed to be a professional style.
Okay. All right.
Not there, because there is the Great British Bake Off professionals, which they're professionals in doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, but Joe, I am excited. That I met with some people yesterday, and we are getting the gears cranking. We're getting moving.
About what?
On some events here in Danville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we had Jenny Holland, Danville City Commissioner. She was in about an hour ago. We could have asked Jenny some of these questions.
Yeah, she was present as well.
Okay, cool.
So we're all on the same page, and so hopefully we're getting there. Did you guys talk about the food truck stuff?
No. I know about the food truck stuff.
The food truck ordinance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it $300 or something like that to set up?
Okay, so that's not the biggest issue. It's because it's $300 to get to get a permit to be a food truck, right? Which if you think about it, apparently it lasts for the whole year.
Yeah, it's a year-long thing.
It's a year-long thing. So if you're a local food truck, if you're from Harrodsburg or from Danville, it's you get that, and it's you're set for the year, right? Mm-hmm. The issue becomes that what really hurts them is that apparently the rollout of this has not been great, and that you have events, and you have to get inspected, and so you have to get inspected by the fire department and the health department.
Okay, why has the fire department got to inspect?
Because
it's sure that
there's gas,
the deep
and
fryer doesn't blow up or something. Okay.
Exactly, right. And so you have to get both those inspections, but you can't schedule one inspection until you have the other. So, for instance, if you think about it, if you're a Lexington food truck, you have to drag your food truck down here, get it inspected by the health department, right? And then you have to make your appointment for the fire department.
And you got to pay $300.
And you got to pay $300.
Mm-hmm.
So it's you have to waste 4 hours of your day to go get your food truck inspected on separate days, right? Because you can't get them back to back because you have to have one before the other.
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently, our government can't coordinate to have 2 people at one place at one time.
Yes,
because that would be just too hard.
Yeah.
Right. It'd just be too rough. Now, here's the other thing that they didn't think about.
All right,
festivals.
Yeah. Yes.
We usually get out of town food trucks.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Which there's some in town people as well. But it's just for variety, we like to pull in from different places.
And to handle the influx of people if you only have a couple of local food trucks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? And so now if you're an out-of-town person coming in from, let's say, 2 hours away, so you have to come in beforehand, get inspected, and then come again to get your other inspection, and then pay an additional $300. So as festivals go, usually you pay for that spot as well.
Yeah.
There's a fee for you to be there.
Yes.
Right? And so now you're paying on top of that. So a lot of food truck vendors are like, forget that. I'm not going to earn that. Like,
I mean, you're talking
about too much time.
Yeah,
is the thing.
Or you'd have to bring your food truck up and then probably pay for a hotel because you don't want to drive back to get the second inspection. So then you're
but you can't schedule the next inspection until you have that first one.
Yeah.
The way I understand it.
Huh. I know nothing about food trucks, Dusty. So what you're saying sounds unfair, but I know nothing about this topic.
It doesn't sound really unfair. It just sounds like tedious. Because you know how they used to do it?
No.
The food trucks would roll in, right, for a festival.
Yeah.
And then the inspectors would just be there. Mm-hmm. And they'd be like, oh, yes, yours is clean. Oh, yes, yours is functional.
Looks good to me.
Let's roll.
Yeah.
Right? And like, why you got to break, or like, why you got to break something that's not broken, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't understand why this is, and it's like why you also want to capitalize on.
I will say that is a hefty
fee
to have to pay.
It's like, you ever been in a food truck business, or at least a restaurant business, or any food industry business? There's not a lot of margin.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of guesswork, and it's like people do it out of passion, and then you gotta say, oh well, no, it's gonna cost you to be in Danville $300. Guess what? They're not gonna come. It's not.
They just go
worth
somewhere
that.
else
Yeah,
where it's
go
not
somewhere else.
where it's not going to cost them $300 to set up. Yeah.
You know what's going to happen? There's going to be a bunch of food trucks on the end of the county lines, and people are just going to roll over there.
Well, I guess the person who told me about it said that there's also the discussion of whether or not people who set up at the farmers market have to pay the same thing, because they're also offering, some of them offer food, products out there that you can eat, so that they have to also pay the $300 fine just to set up at the farmers market. I call it a fine. Because it kind of is like a fine.
It is, yeah. And it's like it's just discouraging, because it's also like you got to think, you know what wedding venues like to bring in? Food trucks. Like the food trucks, like they met that night at that concert, and there was that food truck, and they did like the Lady and the Tramp thing with spaghetti. I don't know, but anyway, they like to bring them in, and so now you're saying, oh, you have to that food truck person is not going to do that, and so you're just, I don't know, it's just one of those. It's like, come on, guys.
I like getting my local Dusty gripes, especially when the gripes are about local stuff.
Yeah, I mean, but it's true. Like, I don't understand.
No, I hear you. That's $300 is a lot of money to have to pay, especially if you're coming from out of town for a one-weekend festival. When there's other obligations, you could probably, I could make money in Danville, but we got to pay $300 to be there. We got to go through 2 inspections.
To me, $300, it's like for the year. So if you're coming like multiple times.
Oh, yeah. Now, if you're a local person,
yeah.
So like to me, it benefits local food trucks much more than out of town. So you talk about the importance of shopping local. This would benefit local food trucks.
Sure.
However, how much influx of people can local food trucks handle in big festivals? There's only so many food trucks and so many people that are going to be there.
Yeah, and how many local food trucks? Like, okay, I can think of like 2 or 3 that are truly like local Danville food trucks, right? The rest of them, and it's like, no offense to them, but it's like, I don't want to eat that. Like, I eat it whenever I see it, but it's like at a festival, I want to try something different. Like, it's no offense to them.
Yes, yeah.
But it's like, to me, it's the $300 fine, but it's also the inability to coordinate to have 2 inspectors at once. Because I mean, like if you're that person, you have to take time out of your day to do that. Like, that's just ridiculous. Like, you can't have a health inspector and a fire inspector together at one time, or even,
Dusty,
even
if
you
can
schedule it yourself. Like, if you say, hey, I'm going to be there on this day, can you make it? And they're like, no. And then so you coordinate it, just like, but no, that's not how it works, apparently.
They're looking for people to serve on committees, Dusty. City and county committees.
I'm already on one board.
Okay, that's enough for you, huh?
That's enough right now. I can't.
Yeah. I spell board, B-O-R-E-D. That's how I spell board.
You know how hard it is to pull off an event? Like Ann Yeager talks about it, and she's like frustrated. And now I get it. It's like you want this to happen in your community, and you want this community support, but your city just fights you every tooth and nail, and it's just uncalled for. I'm all fired up now.
Now that Dusty's fired up, let's calm everybody down. There's nobody that can calm you down like James the gardener can calm you down. Here we go. Let's get gardening tips on here.
And now, for the next few minutes, the man with the jolly green thumb and the big straw hat is going to tell us where it's at. Gardening with James, that's the name. Growing good food, that's our aim. Working in our garden every day. Well, we might not be all that pretty, but we don't mind getting all dirty and gritty, growing our food the natural way.
Dusty really did get hot in here, didn't he?
Yes, we're gardening with James.
Make me take my jacket off.
He took a sweatshirt off. This guy is frazzled right now over the food truck find.
It's just not all that.
You're going to see Dusty on the corner of Main Street and 4th Street there.
That's right.
No fines for food trucks.
Just holding my protest
Holding up
sign.
his protest sign.
My cardboard sign.
James, what's going on in your world today?
Oh, let's see here. Man, I walked right into that one, didn't I? No, it's all good.
Switching gears.
Yeah, switching gears. I mean, things are good. The weather's been nice. Been able to get out there, start to get things done. We have the boxes in at the Shepherd House, and we're just about finished with one at Batewood Homes.
Okay.
It'll have those 5 beds. Like I say, each one of them is 5 foot long by 5 foot wide by 10 foot long, and we're going to be able to put an arch in, at Batewood, because that's kind of like transforming that garden down there, because it was cement block beds, but if you're expecting seniors and people with walkers or sticks or something, you can't expect them to come through the grass and do it.
No.
So last year we put a sidewalk in that goes all the way through the back, and this year, like I said, we were able to put the raised beds in and make it really functional. So, and we've got 5 more that we're trying to make a decision on where it's going to go. Probably in the next week or 2, but building boxes and working with the community, working with the Boyle County Corrections, the Health Department, Shepherd's House, Batewood Homes, and some others in the community to make these projects go. And, we're doing pretty good. We're pretty happy with what we're doing. And, our next steps will be to get some cardboard to put on the bottom, and then buy some straw, and then place an order for the soil. So the soil should be, probably within the next week or 2. You'll be able to fill up all those boxes and then work on the seeds, to go in those boxes to give them a good start.
Gardening with James, Tuesdays and Thursdays here on the Joe Show on WHIR Danville. James, appreciate you being on this morning.
No problem.
It's 8:57 in the morning. I should play a commercial break, but I'm not going to.
Dun, dun, dun. She's going to get text from Robert.
No, I'll play them. I'll play them during Dusty's segment then.
Oh, that's fine.
And we'll make up for it in Dusty's segment.
I went a little long there. I got a little rowdy.
Website recently conducted a Valentine's Day themed Would You Rather game.
Okay.
And they got thousands of people to weigh in on this. So we only have 2.5 minutes, but quickly, would you rather go out for a fancy dinner or stay in and order pizza for Valentine's Day? Would you rather?
Not the pizza thing.
So you'd rather go out for a fancy dinner?
If I was going to do it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather order pizza.
So you're a stay-in kind of guy with the wife and order pizza?
It's the wife. Like if Valentine's Day is not about me, right?
Okay.
Right.
Right.
So if I'm guessing what she would want to do, I'm calling up La Costa Nostra tonight, and I'm ordering that fancy like veggie pizza.
Is that what she likes?
Yeah, and I'm getting it to go.
Yeah, it would be a to-go thing.
Okay.
I'd call someplace and say, hey, here's what I want. I'd be out there
if you have reservations, it's fine, but tonight's going to be just ridiculous.
Exactly. Like that's the thing. Yeah.
Here's my prerequisite. If the fancy restaurant is not out of town, not going.
Right.
He's not traveling.
When you think of someone that's the poster boy of spending your money locally, I want you all to think of me. There is nothing that I dislike more than going to Lexington when we've got restaurants here.
I don't know if it's more if you want to spend locally. I think it's just more you just hate driving.
Yeah, but because of that, I'm spending dollars locally.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Okay, we only have 90 seconds now.
Okay.
Would you rather go on a date with someone new on Valentine's Day or make Valentine's plans with an ex?
What? No.
No.
I'm good.
That ain't happening.
Neither one.
Neither one.
Well, I don't think I have the option of either one right now.
Yeah, it's not a good question for any of us.
No,
We'd have to ask someone single about that. Yeah, I'd rather just hang out with my wife.
Yeah.
Let's see. Indulge in chocolate-covered strawberries or a tin of gourmet popcorn.
Strawberries.
Strawberries? James?
I'll take both.
We got to pick one. It's would you rather.
Okay, let's do the strawberries.
I'd go strawberries too. 73% want the strawberries.
I don't understand the love of like popcorn in
the big
a tin.
Christmas tin popcorn.
Yeah. I don't get it. Like popcorn to me has to be hot.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
Yeah, no. It's a lot better hot.
It is. It's like I don't get this stale, just cheesy.
Number 10, last
popcorn.
one. I say number 10 because we didn't get to go over, but this was number 10 on the list. Number 10, receive a homemade gift from your Valentine or a lavish gift. Now, mine's homemade, remember, so...
There we go, homemade, yeah.
Homemade, yeah.
Depends on what
homemade.
it is, but if it's something, like there's more love in something homemade, right? They spent the time to make it.
Yeah.
They also probably don't have money to go buy me lavish gifts, so I appreciate the homemade gift.
It's also the only thing I want for Valentine's Day. It doesn't cost anything, and there's probably little effort on her part.
For the one thing that you want?
Yeah, let's be honest.
By the way, 68% said they want the homemade gift. All right, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. Here's this.
Does that count as homemade?
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. All of those killed and injured in a shooting at Michigan State University last night were students. That's according to Deputy Chief Chris Rossman. A representative from a local hospital noted nearly all of those who were wounded required surgery. Michigan's Governor Gretchen Whitmer says the Michigan State University community is broken by the unique American problem of gun violence. Whitmer added action must be taken after what happened and something will be done about it. Dr. Denny Martin at Sparrow Hospital in Lansing was overcome with emotion after working on victims through the night.
We had general surgeons, cardiothoracic surgeons, neurosurgeons.
Martin is himself an obstetrician who was working through the night. As the governor spoke, she noted today is the 5-year anniversary of the school shooting in Parkland, Florida. That's where 17 people were killed and more than a dozen others were injured. Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley announced her run for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination in a video this morning.
Republicans have lost the popular vote in 7 out of the last 8 presidential elections. That has to change.
Haley served as United Nations ambassador during the first 2 years of the Trump administration. The former president, who claims to have won the popular vote in the last 2 elections, has already announced he's running to retake the White House. Haley made no mention of her former boss this morning. The death toll from last week's earthquakes in Turkey and Syria is now more than 37,000. More than 31,000 people killed were in Turkey. Norovirus is spreading across the U.S. at higher levels than normal for this time of year. The CDC reports at least 15% of weekly tests are coming back positive, the highest level since last March. And this morning, the California Lottery will reveal the winner of the $2 billion Powerball jackpot last November. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Technology allows drones to deliver pizza. Here's mine now.
Approaching drop zone.
But to deliver powerful insights that are on target, you need more than technology. You need CDW to help transform and manage your IT environment with a Dell technology solution that lets you slice your data any way you want to accelerate innovation.
Delivering. Don't forget to tip.
Dell Technologies makes data-driven insights possible. CDW makes it powerful. Learn more at cdw.com/Dell Data Center.
Doors take us to summers away or winter adventures and afternoon getaways. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors by working with you on a comprehensive plan to help you reach your wealth's full potential. Because doors were meant to be opened. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimum supply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
The Biden administration is taking heat as it's accused of not sharing enough details about recent flying objects that were shot down. Mark Mayfield with more.
On Twitter, Montana Republican Senator Steve Daines called the lack of communication unacceptable. He added keeping Americans informed of what's happening is critical. Arkansas GOP Senator Tom Cotton said the president needs to go in front of the cameras and explain his administration's actions. Former Maryland Republican Governor Larry Hogan echoed calls for transparency. I'm Mark Mayfield.
New Jersey authorities are releasing chilling 911 calls in the murder of a New Jersey City Councilwoman earlier this month. Sarah Lee Kessler reports.
February 1st, a barrage of gunfire outside a home in Sayreville. This man's voice shakes as he tells 911.
First, I heard gunshots. I looked out my window. I saw a man shooting into the driver's side of a white vehicle.
30-year-old Eunice Drumfor, a councilwoman, mother, and newlywed, gunned down in cold blood.
He had all black on. He left on foot.
His description matched video recorded at the scene. Also, another eyewitness account. No suspect yet, no motive.
This Valentine's Day, love is in the air, along with potentially damaging metallic balloons. Trey Thomas with more.
Who knew a symbol of love could cause so many problems?
power companies say the shiny balloons also come with Valentine's Day power outages, property damage, and even injury. If you set a metallic balloon free to drift above, they can hit power lines and cause widespread outages. Last year, drifting metallic balloons caused more than 414 outages in California.
And lawmakers are set to hold another hearing on the impact of a cryptocurrency market crash. Today's Senate Banking Committee hearing comes 2 months after the collapse of crypto exchange FTX. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Waking up on the right side. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
We got an update on China, and their military planes and warships have now entered the Taiwan Strait. 24 Chinese military planes, warships detected in the Taiwan Strait, and 11 of Beijing's aircraft crossed the median line. You know what I'm telling you what's happening here is neither China nor Russia, nor any of these countries, all of the world's worst actors have no fear of Joe Biden and his ability to fight back or make a decision. So they feel empowered, they feel emboldened, and it would not shock me if the balloon trial was a test of Biden in a lead up to maybe their, quote, reunification with Taiwan, which I'm pretty certain is coming, if not sooner, at some point later, because they're saying that it's going to happen.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Do you have more than $50,000 saved for retirement that you can't afford to lose? Biden's pro-inflation White House sent billions to Ukraine, burying U.S. in national debt, while doing nothing to stop inflation and help our own country. Can your retirement survive crippling inflation and growing debt at the same time? If you have $50,000 or more saved for retirement, heed the warnings. Do something to protect yourself now. That's why, right now, thousands of Americans are using an IRS loophole to protect their retirement savings from everything that's going on. So call 855-815-GOLD to get your free IRS loophole kit and see how you could protect your retirement savings while getting up to $10,000 in free silver for doing it. We could be looking at a future worse than 2008. So don't wait. Call Gold Code today. Call 855-815-GOLD. That's 855-815-GOLD.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Good morning to you. It's Tuesday. It's the 14th day of February, and I'm sure there are some guys waking up to my voice right now and saying, oh my gosh, it is February the 14th. What have I done? Forecast is coming your way, and for those guys, I'm sorry. You all waited too late. You are out of luck. But you'll have a very happy single post-Valentine's Day on February the 15th. And a forecast coming your way, and dusty as well. News right now. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. After what they're calling an increase in overnight thefts, Danville police is asking people to protect themselves with what's called the 9 p.m. routine. That 9 p.m. routine includes locking your house, windows, garage, gates, and sheds, turning on exterior lights and alarm systems, and bringing in valuables from your car, yards, and patios. Danville police say while they're always out on patrol, they can't be everywhere at all times, and that the 9 p.m. routine is a good way to protect yourself. The city of Lancaster has entered into a contract to help them with their sewer plant. The Garrett County Central Record reports that a belt press of the sewer plant has broken. When water is filtered at the sewer treatment plant, it goes through a belt press before it then goes through filtration. While a new machine has been ordered, Lancaster had to do something in the meantime to get rid of the solids the machine has been collecting. The Central Record reports that the city of Lancaster needed to rid themselves of solids every 10 to 15 days at a cost of $30,000 each time, until that new machine comes in. There was also concern that if they didn't act quickly, the company offering the services could have moved on elsewhere. The city says the money was not the issue and that they had the money to pay for the services that are needed for this time and entered into a contract with H&A Resources. That's a company that specializes in Lancaster's need. H&A is a Versailles-based company. Boyle County's fiscal court will have their regular scheduled meeting this morning. It's a busy agenda, which includes updates from Nikki Kincaid from the Art Center of the Bluegrass, Danville School Superintendent Dr. Greg Ross, Boyle County Jailer Brian Wooford, and Boyle County Sheriff Taylor Bottom, who will present on a school resource deputy. It's today at 9 o'clock in the morning at the courthouse. Following that meeting and a brief lunch break, magistrates will again convene and hear from all county departments on their goals, needs, and priorities for the county. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is on the way. Call them 859-519-6382. That's ADA Heating and Air. Increasing clouds. High today 65, a low tonight of 56. Sunshine tomorrow 73. Breezy, windy. Thursday, breezy, high of 67. Right now, it is 9:11 in the morning, 41 degrees. What's going on today in the world of music? First of all, just to show you what kind of boss Dusty is. Dusty is part owner of the company that he works for, Pro Sound and Lights.
Yeah.
And Dusty is in here in the nice confines of the Hometown Radio Network studios.
Yes.
While his employee is apparently out right now outside, just working, sweating. He's literally here, but Dusty won't even let the guy come inside. He's outside cutting wires.
I offered if he wanted to come in and be on the radio.
So if you happen to drive by or you pull in, his name's Justin, and Justin is out there working hard while Dusty's in here just talking.
Yep, he's out there. So we I went out to center and took measurements, and I had to spend most of the day searching just for hardware. Because hardware is a little scarce right now, but I found it all. But we have to cut it to what we need, and so he's getting all that ready. So that way, after the show, we can just go over there to center and start busting out speakers.
So he's the one out here working. You're the one in here talking.
Well, he's on the clock. I'm not. So yeah. Well, but yes, he is out there working, doing a fine job. So we have a thing called a bandsaw, and it's like there's no guard on it. And I don't apparently it's made like that. And
that sounds dangerous.
Yeah. Cause the first time I handled it, it's like there was a cut right across my fingers where I reached around to the wrong side.
Yeah.
And it's like a mobile battery operated bandsaw.
So that's what he's out there using?
Yeah.
So if we hear someone, we probably need to go check on it.
Yeah. If you see a guy come in and he has a bunch of stubs on his fingers, it's probably him. It's probably him.
Dusty, what have we got going on in music this week?
Well, we got some good news coming in from the city and county. Well, mainly from the county, and then the city's going to step up, hopefully. Okay. And so hopefully I'll be able to get that spread the word. But I've also narrowed down, and we've boiled down, and because I think we're looking for a total of 7 events. And so we've had to boil down the list, and I've had to get prices. And you know what the awkward thing about booking for stuff like this is, anytime that you book or any gig work that you do, it's the people you have to name the price, right? Because I'll be like, okay, Joe, if you have a 3-piece band, how much would it to be for 2 hours?
$500.
Well, and if your answer was, well, how much? Well, what's your budget? And I'll be like, we don't play that. I just want to know, right? Because it's nobody wants to name the first number.
So when I'm talking to a client about advertising, and they'll say, how much does it cost to buy one ad? And I'm thinking one ad's not going to. You got to buy more than one ad. You got to buy a flight of advertising, right?
And so
I'll be like, well, what do you have budgeted for advertising, right? Because you have some sort of budget for it. Right, so I feel like that's an appropriate answer.
Yeah,
So,
but
like, if you're the one, though, booking,
right,
and they say, what's your budget, and you say $1,000, oh, really? Well, that's hypothetical. I mean, that's how much. How ironic. We also charge $1,000, right?
No,
when they really would have said $400 or something like that. Yeah.
And it's like we also have a pretty, like, the board all agrees, like, we want to pay musicians what they're worth. We're not trying to like skip out on them or anything like that. And so sometimes it was one of those like, oh, like, you know what, we can do a little better than that because I know how far you're traveling and everything like that. So it's one of those. We try to make people feel wanted, and that way, you know, they'll like they puts them in a good mood, right? Like if they get paid what they're worth. But there's also some where just like they said their price, and I was like, I don't know if we can afford that. Like it'd be nice. What was really funny is yesterday one of the board members was like, oh, there's a band out of Louisville that would be really good. They're like. Jacket, what is it, like something? And I was like, my Morning Jacket. They were like, yeah, that would be a good band to bring in. I was like, yeah, that's like our whole, that's the whole kit and caboodle, and I still wouldn't get them here. Like they headline festivals.
Yes, that's an actual big time known band. That's not like a local artist who's willing to play and come to this gig. Yeah,
right. But I mean, all we could do is ask, right?
There's a band from Seattle.
Right,
that would be pretty good. Pearl, what's their name? Pearl,
it's like
Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jelly, is that what it is?
Yeah, jelly or jam or something. You should book them.
Oh, okay,
Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
See if you can get them here.
See if I can get them to come to Danville on a Thursday night.
A band I've been listening to, Red Hot Chili. Oh, what is it again?
Red Hot Chili habanero peppers.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay,
Try them.
Yeah. Okay, I'll try them too.
The Beatles. Never heard of them before.
Yeah, the thing is, George Harrison can just stop by and play on a Thursday.
If George Harrison stopped by, you will have eaten the wrong mushrooms.
That's
I hope George Harrison doesn't stop by. There is some freaky stuff going on.
I mean, but you never know until you ask. Like that's the thing. It's like all they could do is just tell us no, and we're right back where we were.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Right?
You don't know. Who knows what the answer is until you ask and they say
like,
yes or no.
You know what? I do need to give back to the community. I might head
that
down
sounds
there.
like a fun show to do.
Right. And it's just like, it's for a good cause, right? And you're supposed to say, oh, it's for a nonprofit, right? And it's like, yeah, but they're for-profit bands.
Yes.
Like, that's
they ain't non-profit bands. These bands are playing for money.
Anyway, if you want to go see a good band, Jeremy Short will be playing there at Manchester Music Hall, part of his new solo stuff. But not solo, because he had the band Short and Company, which was the blues one. And now Jeremy Short, like, he's like more psychedelic.
Okay.
But you can go see him there at Manchester Music Hall Friday, this February the 17th, along with Laid Back Country Picker, which is, of course,
heard of him?
Yeah, the good stuff. Journey is playing tonight at Rupp Arena. So that's a nice date, right? You go see Journey.
Yeah.
It's like, and you don't stop believing in your dating, I guess.
That's the only Journey song I can. There's another one, right? That's famous.
Don't stop believing.
That Journey does.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
I was thinking. You think Journey's going to fill Rupp Arena?
I don't think they'll sell the top section. I think they'll do the lower bowl and like the like general admission on the floor.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I think, because I think they'll just curtain off the top section.
Okay.
Because I mean, like, I wouldn't want to sit in a concert like up there in that top section. It's like super steep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to the Center. Watched George Strait. Not a seat to be had. And you sit in that top row, and it is steep.
It's steep, right?
You feel like you're going to fall over just when you stand up just to see George Strait in the stage. You feel like you'd fall forward and tumble down all the way to the railing.
Yeah, and somebody there to catch you. The Jenkins Twins will be playing at the Burl this Thursday, along with the Jenkins Twins. Why is it twice? Then you can also catch the young lady, the lovely lady that's going to be playing at the Burl this Friday is Jessie. What is it? Jessie
Balin.
Balin is how you would say it, right? Jessie Balin. She is from New Jersey, coming in to play at the Burl along with Lilac, the local band here out of Lexington. And it's her song has been stuck in my head like all week so far.
Okay. So she's got a catchy song.
Catchy song, and it's going to get stuck in your head as well. As well.
I'm sure that's how she thinks we all talk if she's from New Jersey.
Yeah, right.
You show her a little southern hospitality.
And then
Glad to have you here.
Next Thursday, February 23rd, 3rd, Toby Mac's coming to Rupp Arena, which I think you all were thinking about getting tickets
Rebecca
for?
was going to, and then she saw how much the tickets cost when you add the processing fee and the convenience fee. This isn't convenient.
Right?
What's convenient about paying this fee on top of the tickets? I just want to see the concert. Why do I have to pay you for your convenience of giving me the tickets?
It's convenient that, Ticketmaster bought up all those tickets for you and just held them just for you, Joe. And then now you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
It's convenient for Ticketmaster. That's the convenience fee. Oh, you just get me fired up again.
No, I'm on this bandwagon with you. You can't even go see. It's like $10 convenience fee and $7 tax, and by the time it's like $40 a ticket when it should have been like $20 a ticket.
Right.
Or $35 a ticket when it should have been $20. It's ridiculous.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And it's just Ticketmaster making money. That's all it is. It's just a monopoly on the thing. Because where else are you getting tickets from?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can't. Unless you're scalping them from the guy in the corner, but he got them from Ticketmaster, so he's going to charge you the same price, if not more.
Price. He's not. Well, sometimes if you wait till it starts, you can get cheaper tickets that way because he doesn't want to get stuck with them. So he'll take a less price, even though he's like he doesn't want to get burned.
Because he's probably already sold other tickets that's made him money anyway.
Right.
So yeah.
Hopefully, that's the idea. Let's see. The Mountain Goats will be at Manchester Music Hall this Saturday. If you want to go check them out, along with. No, that's just a venue. Okay. Ben Sollee will be at the Burl on February 19th if you want to go check him out on Sunday. So a lot of good music coming. And we have Spooky Fox coming in this Friday there at Gypsy Run. Spooky Fox is hopefully bringing his saxophone player along with him. So that he's always a good show. He's that Shaky Graves kind of style where he like plays the drum and the tambourine and guitar and he sings, and then there's just a random saxophone player. but he's always a very entertaining show, and he does an awesome cover. Usually he saves it about to the end, but Spooky Fox does an awesome cover of Joe's theme song, P.I.M.P. By 50 Cent.
By 50 Cent, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you meant my actual theme song that begins my show every morning.
Yeah, the banjo playing?
Yeah.
No. Your walkout music. This is what I imagine you walked out to baseball to. Right?
P.I.M.P.?
Yeah.
No, my walk-up music was so far down the set list because I never got to bat. So I accidentally got deleted. They had to clear the recycle bin because there was too much storage on the
too much storage, and so they just got rid of his.
Yeah. What's Ann Yeager bringing in here for us?
It's a Valentine's Day
Ann
treat.
Yeager just brought in some Valentine's Day Reese cups for us. Thank you. No, I love Reese's.
Yeah. Reese's
if you don't like Reese's, something's wrong with you, not the person giving it to you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Unless you're allergic to peanut butter, which at that point I can see why you wouldn't want to Reese's.
I always there's that Reddit story about I think he was like a 5th grader. He was allergic to peanuts, and he was like, I just got to try them. So he just like eats a Reese's and then takes out his EpiPen and like stabs himself.
I want to see what these things taste like. I know what it's going to do to me.
He's like, I just got to try it.
Just one time in my life.
I was like, I love it. I want to hire that guy.
All right. Jessie Balin is in the Kentucky Music Preview Spotlight. She'll be at the Burl this Friday.
Correct, with Lilac.
And we'll play a Jessie Balin song and let you hear from Jessie Balin coming up after this.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Just who is this car wash lady, a.k.a. the Queen of Suds? None other than Jenny Hogue, owner and manager of Car Express Wash in Danville. Jenny, how did you get started?
My owners wanted to sell the business. They offered to me first. October of 2018 is when I became the car wash lady, a.k.a. the Queen of Suds. We are invested in making Danville a happier, safer, and cleaner community. Give the gift of clean this season. We have gift cards available and also monthly memberships. We are located in the Big Blue Building, Danville Bypass. Don't drive dirty.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. High school basketball Tuesday night as Boyle County is at DCA. 6 o'clock for the girls' game. The boys' game will follow on C105 WRNZ FM. Wednesday night, Mississippi State at Kentucky. The Cats trying to get back in the win column. 7 o'clock pregame, 8:30 tip-off on Z105 WRNZ FM. And all games streamed live online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
I'm Katie George, and if you want to save a bunch of Benjamins, then don't miss the President's Day sales event at Cartown Kia.
Lease the 2023 Kia Forte for just $299 down and $299 per month.
And if you take home over $350 a week, we have lenders that want to approve you. Save a bunch of Benjamins at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2023 Kia Forte, $299 down, $299 per month, 2566 to assign 36 monthly, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, doc, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer and option. See dealer for details. Offer expires February 28.
When you're hungry, nothing hits that spot quite like a Big Mac. What in the world? Anyway, when you're hungry, nothing hits that spot quite like a Big Mac. Okay, is that really going to happen every time I say Big Mac? Look, I can't do a Big Mac commercial if every time I say Big Mac, it does that. Get the Big Mac at McDonald's of Danville and Harrodsburg.
Well, it floats around the world from Detroit to Carolina. It's a white Chinese balloon, and it's looking at your house. And the Air Force shot it down somewhere up over Nebraska. Tell me where in the world is
the Chinese balloon now? I don't know where it is now. Well, I'm sure see another one here over the next couple of days. Dusty has got Jessie Balin queued up.
Jessie Balin, she's going to be playing this Friday there in Lexington, Kentucky at the Burl. If you want to go check her out, she's going to be playing along with Lilac,
okay,
which is probably the opener band. But she's coming all the way from New Jersey, and this song is going to get stuck in your head for the rest of the day. So congratulations.
That's The Way by Jessie Balin.
Got a clover jump placed around his neck. Makes a man feel lucky like he's a prince, and everybody knows when he walks in the room. There's a rhythm to the way that he moves. That's the way that I believe in him. That's the way that I believe in him. To let him down would be such a sin. That's the way that I believe in him. Blows a kiss and it knocks me down. My heart skips a beat when it comes around. It tastes like freedom and a cherry crush. Gives me a reason, gives me all the stuff. That's the way that I believe in him. That's the way that I believe in him. To let him down would be such a sin. That's the way that I believe in him. In him. In him. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes.
There it is, Jessie Balin. And That's the Way It Is, or That's the Way, I guess, is the actual title of the song.
Yeah,
That's the Way.
That's the way. And it is. It has that nice beat to it, and it sounds like a fun concert. And she seems fun, like just sound like in general.
Yeah, and so she'll be there at the Burl on Friday, and you can see her in concert with Lilac. And we played Lilac before.
Right.
I've heard Lilac.
Yeah, and that's the debate I always have in my head before I come here, because I'm like, oh, well, they're going to be playing again. Let's just play them. And I'm like, well, I'm sure people, if I say Lilac, they're like, oh, yeah, I remember that song.
Yeah, I've heard of Lilac before.
And so you got to space out. You can't just keep going to the same well over and over again, right? Well, I mean, that's just my thoughts. I don't know. What do I know?
Well, you know the food truck fine. You don't like that.
That's your food truck ordinance?
Believe me, I've heard that this morning. Yeah, I know that.
And and then, but let's see what else is going on here with the live music. Like I said, Spooky Fox is going to be down there, and if you're looking for free live music this weekend. Mm-hmm. And what's funny is that we used to have a food truck that used to come to Gypsy Run for that, and they would just set up on the side of the road and serve.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it'd be delicious. It'd be great. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had no problems with it. Yeah. They had these, empanadas with like mango and habanero peppers in it, and it was so
Was it the
good.
bomb?
It was so I crave it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Every time I see that food truck, like I'll just stop and get it.
Got to
Like,
get the empanadas.
yeah, and it'll be like 3 o'clock, and I've already eaten lunch. Like I don't care.
It doesn't
Like, I
matter.
was, yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, hey, you guys serving those? So I'll take them. El King is coming this Friday to Manchester Music Hall as well. Is it February 19th? Is that this Friday?
That is Sunday.
Sunday, El King. If you want to go check her out, Flo Ease and Mr. Billups will be at the Bourbon Hall in Louisville, Kentucky on the 18th if you want to go check them out. And Grayson Jenkins will be playing with Lance Walker Gill later on this month there at Zanzibar in the Burl on the 24th and 25th. So if you just want to go ahead and plan ahead and get your tickets, and because the Burl doesn't do the Ticketmaster stuff, so you can just call the Burl. Yeah.
Thank you, Burl.
Right.
There it is. Dusty with the Kentucky Music Preview. Dusty,
Thank you,
appreciate
Joe.
you being on.
No problem.
And maybe go give Justin a bottle of water or something.
Yeah, he's probably out there. Yeah, I'll give him some coffee. He likes coffee.
Yeah, I mean, he's been working hard while you're in here just relaxing.
Yeah.
And so he deserves something.
Well, yeah. Now
Did you eat both of your Reese's?
I did.
You couldn't even say the guy a
Justin.
Reese's.
Yeah, sorry. There's some donuts in here, though. Can I give him a donut?
Give him a donut.
All right,
Give him something.
I'll take him a box of donuts.
9:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Here's the news.
Love
Appreciate
you.
it.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Governor Andy Beshear is one of 2 Kentucky lawmakers who are banned from Russia. With more on the story about the governor is Haley Hansen.
The Foreign Ministry of the Russian Federation put out a list of 77 people they've permanently banned in retaliation for Washington's support of Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. Number 6 on that list is Andy Beshear. In a statement, Beshear writes, quote, "I stand for freedom and against violence and oppression. Being banned by Russia will not deter me from standing up for what is right."
Senator Mitch McConnell is the other Kentuckian on that list. McConnell last week tweeted a critique of Russia's brutal aggression during their war with Ukraine. The Louisville Water Company is assuring customers the drinking water is safe for the city. Paul Miles has more.
The utility is monitoring the river after a train derailment in Ohio resulted in a chemical spill in the river.
First and foremost, I want everyone to know that there is no concern with public health of the drinking water in the city of Louisville.
Water quality manager Chris Bobe says low levels of chemicals have been detected upriver.
We know that these levels are well below any published CDC health guidelines. However, what we've learned from previous experience with spills like this is that even low levels of these chemicals can impart a taste and odor to our water.
The spill is still a long way off. It's currently in West Virginia. Paul Miles.
Governor Andy Beshear is releasing his tax returns. Beshear yesterday tweeting to make the announcement saying he believes in transparency and open government. The governor challenged other lawmakers to do the same. I'm Sean McCormick.
This.
Farmers National Bank has been helping local businesses since 1879. We offer checking accounts to fit your business's needs. Farmers National Bank accounts have many free services, and we can help your business save money and grow. Call us at 866-888-0220 and ask for Blake Mason, who can give you a free review. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All Boyle County students currently in grades 5 through 12 can apply to become part of the Boyle County Arts Academy and choose to make the arts a priority in their educational experience, featuring visual arts, drama, vocal music, dance, and instrumental music. The Arts Academy's mission is to foster artistic talent in their students by offering targeted training and opportunities within a creative environment, thereby preparing them for higher education and professions in the arts. The Academy offers this and a lot more to all students at all 5 district schools. Boyle County schools, where kids come first.
The great folks with Bluegrass Biomedical and Bluegrass IT Services here in Danville are proud of our United States men and women in uniform. We thank you and your families for the sacrifices you've made to defend our freedom and freedom worldwide. We pray for your safety in war and your safe return. We honor those who have given their lives to fight terrorism. They are America's true heroes. This military tribute message is from Bluegrass Biomedical and Bluegrass IT services right here in Danville.
At Don Franklin Family of Dealerships, save thousands all month long on over 4,500 new and used vehicles from any of our 23 locations. We have the largest selection in Kentucky. Choose from any brand at any time at DonFranklinAuto.com. We offer easy financing and free delivery of any vehicle to the closest Don Franklin location near you. Don Franklin, Nicholasville, Mitsubishi. Don Franklin Family of Dealerships, celebrating 50 years of respect and trust. Visit DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, Nicholasville, Mitsubishi.
At Suttles Tree Care, we salute the beauty of the great outdoors. And for those times when the great outdoors isn't so beautiful, you don't have to worry. At Suttles Tree Care, we do it all. We help protect your trees from damage in high winds and storms, even tree and stump removal, land clearing, brush trimming. Let Suttles Tree Care take a look at your property. If there's a tree that could be a problem, we'll let you know and take care of it before the problem happens. At Suttles Tree Care, you get the best for less. Affordable, expert tree and brush trimming, cabling to reduce stress damage on your tree from high winds, weight from ice and snow, and heavy foliage. At Suttles Tree Care, we're your neighbors. We live here. We're a licensed, insured, locally owned business, a family that's been taking care of your land for over 30 years. The great outdoors. It's beautiful. At Suttles Tree Care, we can help you keep it that way. Visit SuttlesTreeCare.com and let's take care of your trees and property before there's a problem. Suttles Tree Care. Get the best for less.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville is honored to have served this community since 1972. They're excited to announce they are offering even more $5.99 lunch specials. Choose from Lee's 2-piece breast strip, 2-piece dark chicken, chicken slider, or a barbecue chicken sandwich. All specials come with a side of your choice along with a regular drink and an apple pie or cookie. Wednesday's Customer Appreciation Day. Come on in and ask for the Wednesday special. 3 pieces of Famous Crispy or strips, 2 sides of your choice, hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all $1 off the regular price. Don't feel like cooking tonight? Try one of their family meals. They come in options of 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece selections with your choice of sides. They specialize in catering, so if you need to cater a wedding, office party, funeral, birthday party, or any other special event, call them at 859-236-8777, 236-8777 for a free quote. Let them do all the work for you. They're located at 610 South 4th Street. Drive through or come on in. Lee's Famous Recipe, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years.
Is your heat or air conditioning acting up? Did you know new HVAC for your home no longer has to cost an arm and a leg? The HVAC outlet based here in Danville offers 2- and 3-ton heat pump complete change-outs for $39.95 or as low as $100 a month. The HVAC outlet offers a 10-year manufacturer's warranty on all parts. Call them today, 859-209-1112 or swing by 308 Fackler Street in Danville. It's 859-209-1112. The HVAC outlet in Danville, servicing all of Central Kentucky.
Hi, this is Jenny, local owner of the Danville Nutrition Center, and we are making room for new products by clearancing out overstocked items. Save 20 to 40% off on select vitamins, herbs, and health and beauty products. We currently have hundreds of sale items, but it's while supplies last, so stop by the Nutrition Center soon to save. We are conveniently located at 802 South 4th Street, Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at the HVAC outlet in Danville. They're offering the best ductless mini splits you can install yourself, or they can help you with installation. They're one of the largest distributors in Kentucky. Also, they have heat pumps with 10-year parts warranties. It's the HVAC outlet, 859-209-1112. Increasing clouds, a high today of 65, a low of 56. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high of 73. Thursday, rain showers, thunderstorms, and a high of 67. An inch of rain possible there on Thursday. Right now, it's 9:38 in the morning, and we have got Ann Yeager in studio with us, and we appreciate her being in. Let's make this official.
The following is a paid program.
Yes, it is. Thank you for that, Jim.
I love Jim.
Yes, what's going on with Ann Yeager today?
I mean, it's Valentine's. We stayed up late last night getting our Valentine's ready for school.
Mm-hmm.
Did you help?
You know what we did?
What'd you do?
Last night, we said, we got to get some Valentine's Day cards for our class. Rebecca went to the Dollar General on Main Street, which always appears as if a tornado ran through that place.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't want to bash it because I go to it a lot. It's convenient for me.
I also think
but
it's the busiest
yes,
of all of them.
So that's probably why people coming in shuffling
Yes,
stuff.
They're all. I mean, it's
But we
always
all
busy.
know that Dollar General's. It's crazy because there's
so
many
people. Yes.
So we went to the one, Rebecca had already been to that one, no Valentine's Day cards. We went to the one next to Big Lots and walked in, and the lady said, I think there's one package left in all of Danville of Valentine's Day cards, and it's sitting right there on the shelf. Minnie Mouse Valentine's Day cards. Perfect. Our daughter loves Minnie Mouse. However, we also have a son. So we go next door to Big Lots, and we walked in, no Valentine's Day cards, but there's a package of Reese Hearts that have a to and from on the front that you can write to and from.
Done.
Perfect.
Done.
25 of them in the package, 30 in Jack's class. We got to buy 2 packages for 5 extra Reese's.
Oh, Wayne, you had to buy. You had
But
to buy
still-
extra Reese's. No one gets upset about extra
No,
Reese's.
you're right. I mean, you brought us
I
some
brought
Reese's.
you Reese's this
Unexpected
morning.
Reese's is like the best possible gift you can get. So we took care of it. Jack's got Reese Hearts for his Valentine's. Rayleigh has got Minnie Mouse Valentine's cards for her classmates for her Valentine's.
I was extra this year.
Oh, you went over and above.
I just, you know how I don't like to give Mary Reeves candy.
Hmm?
Well, it's not that I don't like to. On these
Everything in moderation.
and some of these, you know, there's just lots of candy, lots and lots of candy, and she has become the little crafter. She loves to craft. She's made. In fact, I bought her a pack of white T-shirts. You know, like just the guys' white T-shirts.
So
She's
you
been coloring on
designing
her
T-shirts?
She's been coloring on her T-shirts. This has been her thing lately. She's been wearing T-shirts to school that she's drawn on herself, and she loves it. She loves it. Best thing ever.
Some things aren't worth the fight, right? If you want to wear a T-shirt you colored on, by golly, you sport it.
Today she
You
drew a
rock
big
that thing.
heart and put a heart sticker on it, and she was like, "No, Mommy, I made my Valentine's shirt." I was like, "Okay,
It's
rock
all
it-
yours.
rock it
You
out,
did.
babe.
Yep.
You did." But when I did the math on this, it actually didn't cost me any more than buying one of those packages.
So what'd you do?
We bought watercolor paints. So all the kids in her class, the parents may hate me, but they're all getting their own package of watercolor paints today.
Wow.
With a little card that says, "You color my world."
That's cute.
I was a little extra.
I will say this. And Rebecca.
But it's because my kid loves to paint.
Yeah,
She
Rebecca
loves-
knows this. I don't do art supplies with the kids. To me,
You don't do arts and crafts.
there ain't no way. To me, the cost outweighs the benefit. For 15 minutes of joy, there is paint all over the island. There's stickers all over the floor.
Mary Reeves can go play with her craft supplies or her colors and all those things. She can paint for hours.
Yeah. So Jack could, but
we're
Rayleigh, our
learning
daughter,
We're
could.
learning to reuse canvases right now.
Okay.
That's our newest.
You may have a little artist on your hands.
She can craft. I'm telling you, the T-shirts.
Uh-huh.
It's hours.
She started up a little business. T-shirts by Mary Reeves.
No, don't give my child.
I'd buy
any
one.
ideas.
You go get a large white shirt, and I'll pay Mary Reeves
I'm gonna kill you.
$5 to
Hush,
color
Jeff.
me a T-shirt, whatever
Hush,
she wants to
Jeff.
put on it.
Hush.
I'll tell her what I like, and I like baseball and sports and football, and she can make me a sports
I can
T-shirt.
only imagine.
$5, put it in her piggy bank. You're not giving me a friendly look, so never mind.
No, but I would rather her, use her imagination than just eat a whole bunch of candy. So,
Yeah, I hear you.
so maybe you will get a T-shirt. We'll see.
I'm looking at you all's Facebook page here, and one of the questions that has been asked, can I pre-plan without paying?
Yeah.
The answer in big, bold, capitalized green letters. Yes. Yes.
Yes, we get that one all the time, that people ask, well, I thought you had to pay. And no, it costs nothing to come in and sit down and fill out paperwork. Or we can email you a link, And you can sit there at home on your computer or on your phone and fill it out. Or Lana will make an appointment and fill it all out for you. And you can do as much or as little as you want. But we get that question all the time about what does it cost?
Do you have to put like a down payment down, or
No, we can just make you a
it's
file.
It's just making the plans for the funeral.
I have files at the funeral home that literally just have some Post-it notes in it where someone was like, "Hey, Mary," and said, "At my funeral, XYZ," and red and purple and blah 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 blah. And so Mom made notes sitting there, and then she stuck them in a file. So sometimes when I pull out a prearrangement file, it's just some notes, or it's anything. It's and I've become my mother, but now I put it in the notes section of my phone, then email it to the funeral home.
Yeah.
When people start telling me about their funeral plans, and then I make them a file because I get lots of random people telling me. Like I had a funeral on Saturday, and I had a couple of people. They were like, "This was great. This is what I want for my funeral." And Yeager, you make sure blah 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 blah. And like I had one lady who she was like, "No, we need to get together and talk about this. I want to know how you did this and yada 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 yada." And I was like, "Okay, hold on. Let me make notes of that because I will not. I'm so busy today. I will not remember that."
Have you had it where someone maybe pre-plans with another funeral home? And then maybe they get close with you all or whatever it may be, and they die, and then, well, such and such funeral home has my pre-plans. Can you go get them from them, or is it the person's responsibility?
You can so the great thing about the laws in the state of Kentucky is that once you make a pre-arrangement in the state of Kentucky, you can transfer it. You can transfer it inside the state of Kentucky. So say if you just moved here from Paducah or Louisville, and you decided that you want to move your pre-arrangement here, and you're like, maybe we want to be buried here, or we want to be cremated, we still want our ashes scattered, or we want them sent back to wherever, then yes, we can transfer your prearrangement here. You can so make your prearrangement in the state of Kentucky, especially if you're going to prepay. So this is where prepayment comes in big. Kentucky has the best laws for prepayment of your funeral expenses. Only prepay in the state. Well, there are a handful of other states that are good, but I don't know them all off the top of my head. You can die anywhere. They can be transferred anywhere. However, if you have not died yet and we transfer your prearrangement to certain other states, then they will absorb your interest, any of the interest that your prearrangement has grown to.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
So that's why, in that respect, you do not want to transfer it until your death, because then you get to keep all of your interest. But there are all these little rules that are in my head. So please feel free to pick my brain.
Yeah.
Because, I don't.
You got to ask someone who has the answers.
I don't bake cakes, but I can answer all the questions about funerals and death.
Yes.
That I got.
Which is also, those are important questions to know the answers to.
They are. They're just not.
You need them. It's not like a daily thing where you need the answers, but there's going to be a time where the answers are needed.
You don't always think about those things that you want all the answers to, but those I know all the answers to.
Yeah.
I did have a funny thing happen.
Okay.
I had a lady this weekend who asked she asked another member of our team. She asked Crystal. She said, "Was that gentleman who was standing in the back, does he own the funeral home? Was he watching her to make sure she did everything right?"
Who was the gentleman?
Carl Luttrell.
Oh, okay.
And she was like, "No, he used to be sheriff." And she was like, "She had the sheriff here?" It was the lady from out of town, so it was kind of precious because she was like, "What?" And I was like, and so when it got to Chris came got me, and she was like, "Explain Carl." I was like, "Oh, how do you explain Carl Luttrell? He's so special." So for anyone who doesn't know, Carl has worked with us for 20. He retired 20 years ago this year from the sheriff's department.
2003. Wow.
It was either the end. I think it was the end of 2002.
So we're like right on 20 years.
Yeah, I think it was I think his term as sheriff ended in 2002. I'm pretty sure the party was in 2003. I remember going to his retirement party. It wasn't long after I moved home. And I moved home in 2002, and then he started, and most people didn't know that Carl actually, before he ever went to the sheriff's, so he was in the sheriff's department for 30 years. 13 as sheriff, I guess 17 as not sheriff, as deputy. But prior to that, Carl went to mortuary school, and he became a licensed funeral director and embalmer. So he used to keep me legal before I was licensed.
Yeah. Because he would be there, like, overseeing what you're doing.
Right. Well, the law is that you have to have a licensed funeral director in the building.
Uh-huh.
So if Mom had to be somewhere else and say I was meeting with a family before I was licensed, then if Mom and Dad were, say, gone on a funeral or something. So I did have a family one time in the funeral home, and Carl had come over from the sheriff's office, and he was sitting downstairs, and he had on his brown uniform, and he was drinking coffee, reading the paper. Family came in, and I took him upstairs, and I was meeting with them, and the son was like, is there a problem? I was like, no. He was like, he's looking around, like, he's like, why's the sheriff here? And he's like, I was like, oh. I was like, well, technically I'm not licensed yet, but, and they were like, looked at me, and I was like, no, but I swear I know what I'm doing. He's here to keep me legal.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was his background.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't know that Carl, he's been a licensed funeral director for over 50 years.
Wow.
He kept his license up the whole time he was in the
so there's like continuing
department.
education type things you have to go
he
through
did
to keep your
his
license?
continuing ed, and he would periodically come over to the funeral home and keep me legal.
Cool.
And then he came back and started working at the funeral home after he retired.
Yeah.
His retirement, I think, lasted a whole 6 months before he was like, I think Ruth was the one that said, get out of the house.
Yeah. Hey, I've got a, this is kind of a sweet question that someone asked.
The funeral director?
Yes, and it's kind of a sweet thing, but I got a quick commercial break to play. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to see what you would say if someone had these things to say to you. Again, it's sweet, it's nice things, and they want to do
Very
something.
curious.
Yes, as a thank you to the people that helped them through a tough time, but they're trying to ask how to do that. So that's kind of the basis of the question. So I got a quick break. We'll come back, and we'll go into our segment where we ask a funeral director with Ann Yeager coming up right after this.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Nothing is more frustrating than clogged pipes, drains, and sinks. A plumber with the correct tools can make the repair so much easier and quicker. Royal Flush Plumbing can do camera inspections, saves tearing up your yard. They can find debris left behind and get it all out with their hot hydro-jetting equipment and Warthog root-cutting head. It gets the job done when plunging or snaking a drain can't. Call Royal Flush owner Danny Lynn.
If you're looking for a plumber you can trust, pick up the phone and call Royal Flush, 859-319-1286. 859-319-1286.
Almost every small Kentucky town has a go-to restaurant. In Central Kentucky, it's the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. If you like a good buffet, you'll love the huge down-home cooking featuring 3 fully stocked buffet tables, or you can order off their extensive menu. You'll find something delicious for every person in the family at the Bread of Life Cafe. Visit the gift and sweet shop at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on Highway 127. Open till 8, Monday through Thursday, 9 Friday and Saturday. Feed your tummy and your soul with a stop at the Bread of Life Cafe and Buffet, 5 miles south of Liberty.
Big changes are coming to the HVAC industry.
The minimum efficiency rating of equipment is increasing nationwide.
If your HVAC system is more than 8 years old, or if you would like a quote on upgrading your current system, call ADA Heating and Air.
Upgrading to a new, more efficient system now will save you money immediately on your utility bills and may qualify you for tax credits in 2023.
Call ADA Heating and Air for a free estimate.
ADA's on the way.
At Linux of Danville, we work with more than just trucks. From floor mats for your hybrid vehicle, shelving and lights for your work van, and even a hitch for your SUV. At Linux of Danville, we work with all types of vehicles. No truck, no problem. Call us today, 59209-4033, or stop by at 935 Stanford Road and see how we can help you.
time's running out. And February 14th is Valentine's Day and the most romantic, sweetest day of the year. B&L Diamond Jewelers knows what you need. You can get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder with your mailer coupon and get $50 off $200 purchase. Get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder with a box of chocolates with your mailer coupon. Get $125 off a $500 purchase. Or get a free heart-shaped glass ring holder, box of chocolates, and Valentine's card with your mailer coupon. Or you can get $250 off a $1,000 purchase. Coupons are available for the savings only at B&L Diamond Jewelers. Or you can get her a Love and Silver and CZ ring for just $89 or necklace for just $99. How about getting her a pendant engraved with "You've Captured My Heart" as low as $119? Stop by for more incredible buys. Make this Valentine's Day unforgettable with a beautiful gift of fine jewelry from B&L Diamond Jewelers, Danville Manor Shopping Center. Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville is honored to have served this community since 1972. They're excited to announce they are offering even more $5.99 lunch specials. Choose from Lee's 2-piece breast strip, 2-piece dark chicken, chicken slider, or a barbecue chicken sandwich. All specials come with a side of your choice along with a regular drink and an apple pie or cookie. Wednesday's Customer Appreciation Day. Come on in and ask for the Wednesday special. 3 pieces of Famous Crispy or strips, 2 sides of your choice, hot Homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all $1 off the regular price. Don't feel like cooking tonight? Try one of their family meals. They come in options of 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece selections with your choice of sides. They specialize in catering, so if you need to cater a wedding, office party, funeral, birthday party, or any other special event, call them at 859-236-8777, 236-8777 for a free quote. Let them do all the work for you. They're located at 610 South 4th Street. Drive through or come on in. Lee's Famous Recipe, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years.
Hi, this is Caraway and Adeline at Mattresses and More next door to Ace Hardware in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, come check out our tax refund sale. New merchandise arriving weekly and we sell off the floor. Get up to 35% off. We offer layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit. Come see Aunt Nana. You'll be glad you did.
Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
All righty. It's 9:56 in the morning, and got Ann Yeager from Stith Funeral Home
he
here
didn't
in
tell me
studio.
the question, so I don't know what it is.
You don't.
We started talking about Valentine's.
We talked a little bit before the break about what the emphasis around the question is, but not the question itself. So here it is. This person says, and it's a sad story to begin, but it's been over a year since I lost my brother to suicide. Again, this is not me speaking. This is someone else's question. I often think about how thankful I am for the person who prepared my brother for our viewing. The way he died, I thought for sure we would have to have a closed casket. However, we were able to have an open casket. The last images of my brother were of him looking peaceful, and I am grateful for that. I want to write a thank you card, but I'm not sure who I would address. The mortician, the funeral home, the director. What kind of gifts should I include with the card? Are they allowed to accept gifts? And so I'm sure you've had multiple times over the years you've done this of people saying thank you. You all did a phenomenal job. So let's put this in this perspective. Someone wants to send you a card because they just appreciate what you all did. How much does that mean to you all? What does that mean when you hear someone say that?
So my crew loves it because we share them with everybody.
Okay.
And we've had a little bit of everything over the years. Like I have a little shelf of things that people have given me over the years. I have a turtle on my desk. I have a shelf, and then some people give us gift cards, and when they do that, then we make an event for the whole funeral home. And like a family gave us a dry stack gift card not long ago, so I got breakfast for everybody.
Yeah.
But those cards. And I try to make sure, because sometimes you don't see my embalmers. Sometimes you don't see all the people. And people are always amazed at how many people work at my funeral home. So we have about 10 people who work there every day. I think there are about 10 of us. So they're always shocked at how many people we have.
Yeah.
And because but with all the different things that we do, from the slideshows to the preparation to, this weekend I had everybody working a funeral because we had three different crews on that funeral. it's just when we get those cards, we had one lady who brought, who used to bring us deviled eggs and brownies. Because she knew that deviled eggs were my dad's favorite, and brownies were my favorite.
At the same time, but
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because she knew they were our favorites.
Yes.
Like, my dad loves deviled eggs.
Yeah.
And so she used to always bring us deviled eggs and brownies. So it's just when those things happen, it means so much to my crew, to my team, because to acknowledge the hard work that they put in, it means way more coming from you, from our families, than it does coming from me. So that's why we do it.
Yeah.
When a family, I had a lady not long ago ask if she could give me a tip, and I was like, no, give me a Google review. It's like,
She meant tip like money, not
money,
tip like,
yes,
hey,
yes.
you need to improve this.
No. She wanted to give me extra money for her husband's funeral for what a good job we did. And I told her no. I said, you're going to get a survey. So I said, fill that out. I said, or just write me a Google review. I said that because my team loves it when they see what we've done in writing. It just means so much more.
There it is. Ann Yeager with Stiff Funeral Home. Appreciate you being on. If you have any questions about what we talked about,
236-2113. I'll be happy to answer anything you got.
There you go.
About funerals.
Well, you can give answers to other things, but you can't guarantee it's right.
I cannot.
She'll know the answers to the funeral questions, but
funeral
the other
questions
stuff.
I can answer. Death questions I can answer. After death questions I can answer. Before death questions, kind of. Other than that,
give her a call and test
I might have the phone number for the right place.
236-2113. Appreciate you being on.
Y'all have a great Valentine's Day. Love on your people. And remember to reach out to somebody who might be having a hard day today.
There you go.